Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Abu Dhabi Masters Tournament, part of Abu Dhabi Festival 2025. And here we are, Maria Gevorgan and Vioria Ardekescu for round three to make a coverage for the third round.
Good evening, dear viewers. Good evening, Bjorn. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. So a lot of exciting games yesterday and many surprises. By the way, not all the favorites won their game, which is good for us, good for viewers, good for everybody.
Yes. And here today we have the third round of the 31st Abu Dhabi Chess Festival. Everything is just heating up, I guess.
Yeah, and we have a new location. We moved to St. Regis Hotel here in Abu Dhabi on Corniche. A beautiful view, a beautiful playing hall, probably one of the best in the town. So if you are here in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, come to visit our tournament with many tournaments, many side events, family tournaments, community tournaments, blitz, by the way,
Yes.
blitz tournament, ladies blitz, and we have also checkers, domino, and many other events.
And also online tournament will take place tomorrow on the platform chess.com. And by the way, I was at the playing hall. The playing hall is really fantastic. It's so beautiful. It's so much space there and
Yeah, you can see on your screens right now. So look at this amazing playing hall. Yeah. So shall we start with the games?
we shall. And
Yeah.
on the first board today, we have Jacobs and Brandon, who won his game yesterday against Eisenberg Benny.
Right, and the opening is knight f3, d5, and b3. Well, this opening is quite popular here in the United Arab Emirates. So players from Alain clubs play this opening quite often.
They do.
Yeah, and here we already developed a kind of a theory. When white plays immediately b3, one knight f3, d5. But what this opening starts to bring successes. For instance, a player from Alain just won the UAE Championship under 20 with this move, with b3 move, with
the
b3
bird
system.
opening, yes.
Yeah, the bird opening. So maybe the opening is not so bad. Okay, it's played by Jobava, but Grandmaster Bahadur Jobava and many other strong grandmasters. So it's absolutely playable, and we have we have b3, knight f6, bishop b2, and c5. Yeah. So black is taking space, and after let's say the move e3, we have kind of reversed Queen's Indian. Yeah. So if black plays, let's say move knight c6, bishop b5, and then we have this combination of Minzo, Queen's Indian, yeah, where white can play h3, g4, knight d5, and then f4 or h4, h5, playing against the bishop.
Yes. Also, white can develop the pieces with d4 pawn.
Exactly.
White is a d4 move.
Yeah.
Can be after e3, can be before e3.
Yeah, and then this the classical, yeah. I mean, let's say white plays with let's say after the move e6, bishop d3, and we have this hanging pawns position, or the how they call it, Sugartort attack, yeah.
Yes.
Knight d2 or knight e5.
Call system for white.
Or call system, yeah.
System for white.
Yeah. Knight d2, then a3, f4, rook f3, rook h3, bishop takes h7, queen h5, checkmate.
True. Everything can happen.
Yeah. So after c5, white is taking his time. So I don't know, e3 or g3. By the way, white can double fianchetto, play double fianchetto by g3.
Bishop g2.
Yeah, and then decide to play with d4, with maybe c4, with e3, c4, with there are so many possibilities. By the way, there is one more possibility here to play c4 and if b4, if d4, b4. It's Benko style position. Yeah, Benko style position.
By the way, we were talking on the first round that Jacobs and Brandon is playing a lot of online chess.
Yeah.
And I guess this is very easy setup for white to play in online games, especially.
Yeah. By the way, one more time to remind you, tomorrow we have Abu Dhabi Festival Master Tournament online. So please register. You can register now. There will be a big prize fund, a lot of fun, playing online chess here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, you can play it from home, drink tea, coffee, and enjoying playing chess. And last year winner is
Hikaru Nakamura won the
Hikaru Nakamura.
tournament last
Yeah.
year, and the tournament was very fun, very interesting. So one more time, if you didn't make it to Abu Dhabi, you can still participate in our chess celebration in Abu Dhabi online. So we welcome everyone to participate in the tournament tomorrow, and good luck for everyone.
Yeah. So, in case that you missed, we can find us on official website, on chess results, on the social media. We are everywhere. The tournament is covered. And let's go to board number two. Aha, so we have Grandmaster's game, yeah? So Grandmaster's again, Grandmaster. Yeah. And here we have the game of Siddharth Jagadish, yeah, from Singapore.
Against Grandmaster Lazavik Dennis.
Yeah. And here we have kind of ready opening. So white is trying to play without move d4. Black took some space here. Yeah, queen c7 takes and knight to d3. Yeah, this is the modern setup. So knight to d3. White wants to develop the knight on a3 or bishop on a3. Maybe to play b4. One day the pawn on a4 stops the move e5.
Yes. Sure.
So black cannot build up this pawn chain. And after knight d3, knight c6, bishop to a3. Yeah, sometimes white plays the bishop or the knight. Queen to d8 back. A little bit mysterious. A little bit mysterious play, yeah. So you play queen c7 here. Okay, challenging the knight. And after a couple of moves, you move this queen back.
Yes.
What do you think about this, Maria? What do you think about this, Maria? To me, it looks a little bit suspicious, but maybe black intends to take with the queen, and white cannot develop the knight so easily.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But that's why white played queen c1 with the idea, most likely, to capture and then develop the knight through e3.
Yeah.
Gives a chance black to capture bishop a3 themselves, which is not going to happen, but if black captures, then knight gets into the game right away. Otherwise, white wants to play bishop e7, queen e7, and then knight a3, bringing the knight to b5 or c2.
Yeah. And by the way, time indicator shows that white is still on his home preparation with 1 hour 34 minutes. So white didn't spend any single minute, any second, I would say.
We can see on the video, by the way, the part 2 now. And Lazavik is taking his time, he's thinking.
Yeah, queen c1, good preparation for Singaporean Grandmaster. By the way, I saw him in Asian Championship in Iran. Mm-hmm. He was playing quite good, and I'm surprised. I didn't know there are grandmasters. There are grandmasters in Singapore. Well, what do you think? I don't remember a grandmaster from Singapore.
I know that my dear friend Sambal Tersakian, grandmaster, is a coach in Singapore now. Uh-huh. And wow, this is actually amazing. I mean.
So probably appearance of grandmasters are thanks to his effort.
I don't know. I'm really not sure. I can check it out.
Yeah.
When did Siddharth become a grandmaster? And by the way, he's very young.
He's very young, yeah.
He's very young. He's 18 years old.
Wow. Okay. Great. So new generation.
He became a grandmaster last year.
He became a grandmaster last year. So new generation of chess players in Asia, in Singapore, not only in India and China, the traditionally, yeah, but also in Singapore. Wow, that's great news. Great news for the region. So chess is growing in Asia, and yeah, we have a 18 years old grandmaster from Singapore playing on board 2. He's 2 out of 2, and he.
By the way, he made his he scored his final grandmaster norm in the Sharjah Masters tournament last year.
Wow!
After he defeated grandmaster Andrei Esipenko.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's really big achievement. It's really big achievement. Esipenko is an elite player with 2.7 plus rating.
Yes.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Very good news for Singapore, and we're very happy to have him here, right?
And one more Singaporean player, by the way, on board 3 with the same perfect score 2 out of 2. Plays with black pieces against
Yes.
international master Arjun Anuj, and here we have the
Oh, interesting position. The black bishop is already on d3 by Ruy Lopez.
yeah. This is Stein's variation. By the way, this is the favorite opening of Abu Dhabi boys. In case you don't know, just in a recent UAE championship,
Yes.
this was the game from this was the position from the game Rashid Abu Bakr against Rashid Al Hamadi. So your
Yes.
player against my player.
That's how he
Bishop,
played it.
yeah, bishop to c2, rook, bishop d3, rook to e1, and black plays here the move bishop e7, which is very important move. You cannot start with knight f6 because there is a small trick here. So knight to g4,
Nice.
and
Double pin.
and followed by the move queen f3, and black's position collapse. It just collapses here.
The bishop on d3
yeah.
entered into the opponent's camp, right?
So here, this is a very important nuance. You start with bishop e7, and I can tell you how the game went. Sorry, it was not Rashid Abu Bakr. It was the brother of Remeti, Abdullah Remeti. It was a queen b3 move, and b5, queen d5,
Nice. Interesting.
queen d7. This is whole theory. And normal move here is queen takes bishop, black takes on a4, queen c2, and just black sacrifices this pawn. Castle gets some interesting compensation, I would say. d3, d5. The pawn cannot be taken because the queen hangs, and it's a compensation. And here, instead of taking the bishop, Rashid Al Hamadi played the move bishop to b3,
Okay.
which is not a great move.
F7, but bishop
And
g6
bishop
seems
hangs.
very stops it.
Yeah, and after d4, knight f6, queen e6, I think black took this bishop, the queen and by bishop, and finally white won this game, but black's position is absolutely fine. Black's position is absolutely fine. Black can take on d4, black can play e4. I think this happened in the game. Bishop f7, king f7, black is absolutely fine here.
By the way, Abdullah Romesi is now playing in the Open B tournament in Abu Dhabi Chess Festival, and he has the perfect score now, 2 out of 2. So we're rooting for him.
Yeah. So bishop d3, this is the current position. Rook e1 wasn't played yet, so we are waiting for the move. So imagine 2 Singaporean players are playing on board 2 and 3. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. And what else do we have interesting?
2 Singaporean grandmasters, by the way.
Right, 2 Singaporean grandmasters. Wow, that's great. That's great. And we have on board 5.
Sahib Singh versus Aditya Mittal.
Yeah, Indian Derby, and we have the Sveshnikov variation. It's probably Sveshnikov variation. Yeah, and the move knight d5, which was played in World Championship match between Caruana and Carlson. Exactly this variation.
Very modern
nowadays.
Yeah. A lot of players are playing the knight d5 move now.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I was always playing this tricky line, like queen f3, a6, and queen a3. Don't ask me but I mean, and this is quite a tricky idea, by the way. And next is after, let's say, bishop e7, bishop b2, followed by bishop d2 followed by bishop f4, and taking the pawn.
You're targeting the d6 pawn.
Of course, the variation.
And how many times did this bring you in?
Well, a couple of times for sure. But the variation is bad. I mean, there are so many ways for black to get, I mean, advantage. I don't know if better position or winning, but advantage for sure. So it was just a tricky line. Because nobody plays. Yeah, bishop to d2. This is like the modern way. Yeah, and the point being of the move bishop d2, after a6 you can retreat the knight on a3, and pawn a5 doesn't have. So the bishop is very good on the d2 in this scenario. So f4.
And now castle, and
And now black to move, yeah?
How black is going to push the pawns?
Well, just knight d7, I think. Knight d7, knight f6. Knight d7 followed by knight f6, and then maybe push the pawns, yeah? With g5, e4, f3, or g5, g4, f3. And white probably will try to play against the pawn d6, yeah? Maybe bishop b4, maybe bringing the queen.
I always keep telling to my students that the pawn chain in d6, e5, f4, or any other pawn chain is directing to the next pawn to be pushed forward. So in this scenario, it's the g pawn, which is targeting to be pushed very soon.
Yeah.
After black finishes the development, and then he can start to try to push a bit harder.
Yeah, so knight d7 is a good move in my opinion, and of course a5 probably you shouldn't force the knight to go because the knight on b5 is misplaced. Yeah, because white wants to transfer this knight to c4. Yeah, a3 c4, where the knight is better placed.
Again, targeting the b6 pawn.
Targeting b6 and the square b6. I mean, to play a6, the b6 square is weak. So what else do we have? They have board number 6. Board number 6, Grandmaster Zeng plays with International Master Mohammed Anis from India. And we have an isolated pawn position. Okay, this is the Okele opening, or I don't know how they call it nowadays. D5. Yeah. And it's probably a good version for white because a6 move is not always very useful, knight f6, but from the other hand, the bishop on e2 is quite passive compared to the square d3, where the bishop is better placed, in my opinion.
Looking at the f7 pawn.
Yeah, and yeah, but of course, white can play so many different plans here. Yeah, so white even can play bishop to e3, knight e5, bishop f3, and this position. So I mean, putting some pressure on the queen side. Of course, there is the classical, let's say, development with bishop g5, queen d2, rook d1, rook e1. Yeah, but here I believe that bishop to e3, bishop e7, and knight e5.
It's fine for white.
Yeah, and castle on bishop f3. Yeah, so white should change a little bit the plan. Yeah, targeting the queen side. And rook c1, queen b3, rook d1, and yeah, the pressure is.
True, true. By the way, for our viewers, if you have any preferred game that you would like us to check it out, just let us know in the chat and we can check that.
Yeah, so that was board number 6. Let's move to 7. Yeah, board number 7. We have here, what do we have here? Carlsbad, yeah?
The so many Carlsbad this tournament.
Yeah, it's quite popular nowadays, this Carlsbad opening. Carlsbad opening is very popular nowadays. Bishop to g4. Okay, it's a tricky move. I think it was played by Magnus Carlsen himself. So, yeah, so if queen b3, I think knight c6. Yeah, it's, I don't know exactly, I don't remember the theory here, but
with queen b7, just as shown for our viewers, black wants to play knight b4, threatening knight c2, winning the rook.
Yeah, and then probably rook b8. Rook b8. Yeah, just chasing the queen and maybe just just repetition. The queen cannot escape.
For example, let's say rook c1, then black at least has a draw.
Yeah, taking, rook back, and there is no way to escape with the queen. So this is, yeah, instead of white play the queen on c2, castles, h3, bishop e6, and knight f3.
And knight e8. All the black pieces started going back basically. Bishop e6, knight e8. But obviously wants to exchange the black squared bishops and then develop the pieces.
Yeah,
and maybe the knight will come back to e4 at some point. You never know.
Well, it probably. I mean, let's say in some, scenario, then this knight goes to d6 and the other knight goes to f6.
Yeah, and then tries to target the e4 square.
Yes, exactly. Knight to d7 is a quite harmonious position, I would say. Quite harmonious setup. And maybe one day g5, g4, our favorite idea.
As long as the pawn is on h3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have
We
seen
cannot ignore this.
so many games in round 1 and 2 with this G5, G4 idea. Yeah, basically it works everywhere, yeah, including in Carlsbad and many other classical openings.
As long as the pawn is on h3.
Yeah.
G5, G4.
Exactly. So knight to e8, and white is thinking to trade the bishops, or maybe just to retreat the bishop on g3 and keep the bishop on this diagonal. Let's say bishop to g3, and if you try to change, maybe knight comes to e5.
Yeah.
Followed by bishop d3, f4, f4, f5. Maybe one day, and white can castle long. I don't know. Probably it's a little
White
bit
has more
risky.
space. White has more space.
Yeah. It's probably a little bit risky, this castle long, but.
But why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Why not have some fun today? To play some interesting game.
On board 8, we have Chinese Grandmaster Xu Haowen against international master from Azerbaijan, Manaf Okukar. And, well, so many players already have 100% result, yeah? I mean, right now 27 players have 2 out of 2.
Yeah. So we have this modern variation. E5, f3, knight c6, bishop, yeah, bishop e2. Well, I don't know. There is probably a dynamic here in this position for black. Otherwise, I would consider that black is already much worse. But
because of the d6 pawn.
And square d5 and bishop pair and so many, let's say, positional advantages.
You don't know how to get out of it.
Yes, but probably there are some tricks. One trick is this one, for instance. Okay, a simple one. A simple one, of course, but but as coaches, we need to always to be careful of this and teach kids how to avoid this kind of tricks. Yeah, so knight takes e4. Probably white should retreat the bishop to e3, but then you don't. I mean, white would love to have knight on e3 and knight to d5. Yeah.
Then your knight is not coming to d5 for now.
Yeah, but still, I mean, still white is bad. I mean, good here. Maybe white black should try to play with b5, sacrifice this pawn on d5. So yeah, if you let's say if you don't show anything active, if you don't make any let's say improvement on any breaks, I mean, if white manages to stabilize the position, like develop the pieces, bishop e2, castles, rook on d1, rook on c1, then or maybe even a4, a5, that will be very hard times for black.
All the time with the d6 pawn, black has to be on the check, yeah.
So we have board 9. We have board 9. Grandmaster hard way.
Against international master Gautam Krishna.
Yeah. And what do we have here?
Caro-Kann.
Well,
exchange variation.
And here the move b3. Well, b3, yeah. So white wants to play the hanging pawns variation, hanging pawns structure. So with bishop b2, knight d2 on c4. And if black takes on c4, white takes with b. And yeah, actually here makes sense because the knight is on e7. Sure. The knight is on e7, and there are not so many pieces on the king side here. Yeah, so maybe some. Let's just play some moves. Yeah, rook c8, c4, and after dc, let's say bc. Look at white pieces. Yeah, both bishops. The knight can jump to d5.
All of them are looking at the black's game.
Yes, the rook can be lifted anytime.
Maybe our favorite sacrifice might be having
always
bishop h7.
Knight g5, queen h5. Yeah, so this is probably white's idea. And black decided to stop this bishop h7 idea
with knight g6.
Yeah.
Forget about bishop h7 for now.
By the way, do you remember we had something very similar
h4, yes.
yesterday? A knight takes h4 and bishop takes h7, which was not working for.
But only because of the move king g6.
Yes, only for the move king g6, and if queen g4 was a queen trap.
Yes, it was.
Still working here.
Queen h4 and rook h8.
Wow, so here works too.
Same idea.
Wow.
Same idea. And suddenly white's queen is trapped. The opening of the game, yeah?
So imagine it was with the reverse color, yeah? Very similar idea, very similar position. Yeah, knight g6 and bishop to b2. And bishop to b2, now h4, so white is just preparing slowly the plan with knight d2 and c4 and then bringing them to c1. Knight g5, knight e5, maybe one day h4, yeah?
Yeah. For now h4 is too ambitious, but not impossible, let's say. It can happen.
Yeah. So what our UAE players are doing, do you know?
So check it out. Roda Alserkal, the world grandmaster Roda Alserkal, is playing with the black pieces against international master Tisir Muhammad. And we have
The move d6, c3, and
f5.
So this is Abu Dhabi specialty, yeah, the move f5. I didn't know. Okay, it's
One of my students tried to play f5 without d6, and it didn't go well.
So here probably immediately f5, yeah, or not?
Yes, it was after bishop b5.
Oh yeah. But bishop b5 f5 is classical this Yanish gambit,
Yes.
yeah. So bishop c4, d6, c3, f5. Well, I'm used to say that I'm 40 years in this business and I never seen this idea, exactly this position.
What happens after queen b3? This is my question. Are you going to play knight a5?
Well, knight a5 is one option, and the other is just okay. This is bishop f7 is just a check.
Yeah,
it's just a check. And
you
now
don't
knight
want to do
a5.
castle.
Yeah, now knight a5 is the threat. Pawn hangs. I don't know. Yeah, this queen d3.
Just to check, because the diagonal is open.
Yeah.
I want to bring the pieces in. And what if, okay, knight a5 was not possible?
Why not?
Because again, maybe knight a5.
And here it comes checkmate.
Oh,
bishop b5.
Oh,
I was
nice.
waiting. I was waiting for this.
Very nice.
Yeah, freeing the diagonal for the queen, and no matter what you play, it's checkmate.
It's a checkmate on the
It's a
next move,
checkmate.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe queen d7 is the only
Well,
move
queen
to
d7, yeah.
not be checkmating. But then you just lose the queen.
Yeah.
We don't want this for Roda.
So yeah. So anyway, white played the move d3.
Yes, but this is a bit interesting. d3, f4, and d4.
F4, but why should black play f4 here? Okay. It reminds me. You know what is the opening? It's a Vienna opening reversed. I'll tell you now. I'll show you now.
Yes.
And e4, e5, knight c3, and black plays well bishop c5
and
f4. Do you know such opening?
Yes, of course.
d6, knight f3, and black plays knight c6, and white plays f5. White plays f5.
Yeah.
And here,
exactly.
and here we have something very similar. Something very similar, yeah. Okay, very interesting idea. Very interesting idea.
Before, and white wasted the tempo.
White wasted the tempo, but yeah, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. Of course, black can play queen f6. I think this is the most logical move here. Just not to trade the queens. I mean, the center is stable. Maybe playing g5 or knight e7. Or by the way, bishop d7 castle long.
Yeah.
So Roda, she is in a very aggressive mode today. Wow, playing f5.
I think she enjoys these positions.
Yeah, it's a d4, and here is black to play. Yeah? Queen e7, by the way. And queen e7 is also not. Actually, it happened. Queen d7 and knight d2. And knight d2. And knight d2. White is.
If simple knight f6, trying to develop the pieces.
Knight f6, developing the pieces, yeah, and followed by bishop d7. I don't know, maybe bishop d7 first and castle long.
Castle and then g5,
and then
g4.
Yeah. Because here, I mean, already you broke all the rules of chess. Yeah, Anna, but bishop d7, this double attack.
Mm.
I missed.
G8 and B7.
Yeah, I missed this.
Right,
I
no?
missed it. Anna, but knight a5. Hang on. No, 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 no. I'm wrong. I'm wrong about.
Well, I will take this bishop on c4 with great pleasure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So bishop d7 followed by castle. Oh, maybe this is playable. It's playable. It's good actually for black. So black is thinking. Very interesting idea. Uh, F5. Never seen such idea. Okay.
What? Looks good.
Yes. Let's see what Abdurrahman Al Tahir is doing. He plays with white pieces against Freedom Master. Freedom Master from
Iran.
From Iran. Ikhomi.
Homi Jalolidin.
Yeah, yeah. And I have Nimzo. Nimzo. Yeah. A3 variation. Knight goes to E2.
Still in theory.
Yes. Yeah, and here white to decide. Yeah, rook to C1. There is also a 4 F5 idea. Yeah, white can play with E4, rook C1, rook E1, queen to E2 here. There are so many possibilities. Also knight H5, by the way, time to time they are playing this move, trying to trade the knight.
You shall tell us which one you taught to Abdurrahman.
Well, honestly, I
Or
don't
you taught
remember.
him
No,
all
no.
of them.
Yeah, of course, we did analyze this position for many times, but I don't remember exactly. So it's something connected with E4, or maybe with C4 even. No, with the knight on E2, no. With the knight on G3, no. It was not no C4, no C4 move. Maybe rook C1 or queen E2. I don't remember exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
But I like white's position.
Yeah, position is very interesting. Okay, maybe queen E2 followed by a 4 F5.
Yes.
Maybe queen E2, rook D1, C4. Playing with these hanging pawns. If you take, I take, and then try. What else I can play? Rook to C1. I mean, rook against queen is always good. Yeah. So white here to decide the plan, the middle game plan. There's so many setups here.
He is taking his time. He's trying to understand which one he's going to choose.
And we have one more player from United Arab Emirates. Ammar Sedrani. He's one out of two.
Point.
Yeah.
Yes, he has 1 point.
And he plays on board 67 with white pieces, and it's a French. Yeah. A rare guest. Okay, not that rare. So yeah, knight c6, queen to g4. Yeah, this is Rapport line. Yeah, Rapport used to play this, and of course Carlsen too. But Rapport is the source. Let's say he starts to play this, and yeah, taking the pawn on c2. Well, you can take, but you give white this a4 move. Yeah, somehow you break the blockade.
I was always scared to play these positions with white pieces, especially if black manages to block the pawn on a3 with the piece on a4. Then you're struggling a bit.
Yeah, you don't have any, let's say, active idea. Yeah?
Yes. This happened to me once in a game against Zhukova. And somehow I was younger and I let her bring the bishop on a4. And I remember how much I struggled throughout the whole game because of this a3 pawn. I think that was the last time I played this line.
Yeah, it was a good lesson.
It was a very good lesson, and
yeah. So rook a2, defending the pawn. Okay, actually, really, I agree with you. So the position is not easy to play. It's not easy to play. I mean, what can be the plan for white? I mean, bringing the rook, okay, but there's nothing to do much on the king side. Here on the king side, I mean, you can bring the rook to b1, you can double. White easily defends the pawn, and then what else do you do? You can jump with the knight on g5, but rook f8 or bishop e8. Yeah, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. I mean,
It is not because white doesn't know what to do with the bishops.
Yeah, exactly. You can try to push h4, h5, but h4 black plays h6. On h5 always g5. Yeah, I keep the structure there.
True, true.
Yeah, it's not simple. It's not simple to play. Okay, sometimes white manages to play the knight here and on e3 and then plays for g4, f4, f5 idea, but this is so
H6 was played on the board.
h6, yeah, just to prevent this knight g5 jump. Yeah, then followed by knight e7. If queen f4, black plays rook f8 or even rook h7. Yeah. This rook on a2 and this rook on h7, yeah, it makes the same job, yeah, defending the pawn. Defend the pawn. Rook h7, okay, nothing wrong with rook f8, of course, followed by maybe f6 one day. But black also should be very careful with the move f6.
Because then.
Yeah, then the bishops start to be very active, like bishop on f4, controlling this diagonal h2, b8. So.
True, true. Well, not easy to play with white pieces. We can agree on that one.
Yeah, so after h6, maybe white can still push this h4, h5, forcing black to play g5, move the knight away to h2 or to any other square, and then push f4.
Maybe this shall be the white game.
Yeah, let's say h4, knight e7, h5, and black plays g5, white plays
h2, trying to capture the f6 square somehow.
Yeah, and then queen.
F3.
Oh yeah, queen. Yeah, and then f4 or queen h3, knight g4, knight f6, and then followed by f4.
White has some ideas.
Yeah.
How to set up the pieces.
Yeah. So we have the position after the move h6 and.
Marsadran is taking his time, trying to understand how to continue here.
Yeah, so we are expecting or queen f4 or h4 to play.
Yeah.
So what else? What else interesting we have today? Maybe
the viewers will help us a bit.
Yeah.
Tell us if there is something very interesting that we're missing out.
If not yet. We go back to the first board, top board, yeah, where Jacobson Brandon plays with Alsenberg Benny. And yeah, this b3 variation, it happens knight c6, bishop b5, e6, knight to e5, followed by capture, and d3, and then f4, knight d2, castle, rook f3, rook f3, rook h3, and queen e1, queen h4, yeah, this classical attack. Okay, of course, there are so many ways to defend against this attack. Let's say bishop to e7, knight d2. Okay, first, probably black should defend the bishop. By rook c8, let's say knight d2, bishop e7. By the way, better always to keep the bishop on e7, not on d6.
Why?
Well, in this scenario, let's say, I don't know, let's say
because castles. You want to bring the queen into the game, and then again. Yeah,
and in many lines, black needs the move knight e8 followed by f6 or bishop f6. Yeah, and this bishop on d6 is misplaced. Also, you cannot. What was the difference? Yeah. Yeah, if you move the knight to play f6, I don't know, knight e8. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
And then how it was somehow why it was sacrificing the piece. And this tempo was very important. Okay, I'm not sure it works here. Probably not.
If captures on e5.
Yeah, then there is this tempo.
Queen f6, unfortunately.
First we take. Yeah, this tempo maybe this tempo is important, but now I don't see why. Yeah, I mean this and h6.
Maybe queen g6.
Maybe queen g6.
Threatening rook h6, also queen e6.
Yeah, so I remember this tempo was important in some lines. So better always to have the bishop on e7, yeah.
So that if white wants to sacrifice the knight on e5, then the bishop on d6 doesn't hang anymore.
Yes. So
Interesting.
castle knight to e8. Sorry, f4 knight e8. Of course, another move is d4 always. I mean, with
Yes.
reverse colors. Always e4. Then after e4, same. I mean, at least bishop it does not participate in
The attack.
the attack. Yeah. So okay.
Well, it's always to cover this bishop somehow, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's gonna be a very good bishop.
Yeah, and here somehow white just ignores this taking on d3. I don't playing. I move like knight c4 or queen e2. I need black captures here. White plays knight c4, something like that. It's just one of the idea and this kind of positions. Okay, so d3 and black played bishop d6 immediately. Didn't listen to my advice. Okay.
Yes. Is f4 going to be played now?
Yeah,
or
or
you're
castle
going
first.
to do castle first? Yes.
Well, I don't believe it's. Well, yeah, maybe f4, yeah, or castle first. I don't believe there
or
is.
knight d2 maybe.
Or knight d2, yeah, exactly. Or knight d2.
White has so many ways to continue the development of the pieces.
Yeah, right. So white is thinking, yeah. I think just white should choose one of the moves. Board number 2.
Okay, this looks interesting.
Yes, so after bishop a3, queen d8, queen c1, still on his home preparation, a5.
White is playing very fast. This is still a preparation. Queen a3.
And queen f6. And probably this one is a surprise. So queen f6. What about the move d4 here, Maria? Look at this move. Just d4.
You want to play b5 and
Yes.
start pushing the pawns.
Exactly, and you lose the stability of the knight. So
But what happens? Wait a minute. You can take a takes on b4.
Wow! Amazing
Queen
idea. And knight c6.
And knight b6.
Trapping the queen. Wow, amazing, Maria. So you're so sharp. Wow.
Wow, the queen might be hanging, yes?
Yeah, this is great idea. Fantastic. So b4, it's actually bad.
Because it's a blunder basically. Queen
Yes,
8 and knight
yeah.
b6.
Wow. That's
Well,
brilliant.
I don't think this happened on the board though.
No. So why
Would be interesting to watch.
Yeah. But by the way, if b4 doesn't work now, so then you have problems with developing the knight on b1.
You have to move the queen out of a3 square. Queen d6.
d6, yeah, this
yes.
infiltration. Okay, rook to d8. Let's trap again the queen. Knight a3. And how do we trap, Maria?
c5. We need to remove the knight from d7 square, but then we give up c5 square.
No problem.
Let's see.
This.
Queen c5.
Knight. No, cannot trap the queen. Cannot trap the queen, yeah? So queen f6, queen d6, rook to d8, knight a3, and no queen trapping.
No queen trapping for now. So queen is very safe on d6. I'm pretty sure it's very annoying for black to have this queen stuck in the middle of your pieces, but sometimes you cannot do anything about this kind of pieces.
And I don't see even let's say a repetition. I mean, like knight. Okay, I would love to have, let's say, knight d8, queen c5, knight d7, and
but there is queen h5, unfortunately.
Queen h5, queen e. Okay, queen
g5.
Or queen to b5.
But in case if you want to keep the queen on the board, then
yeah. Okay, this is very interesting. So queen f6 and white is thinking.
White is taking his time. Maybe after queen f6 the preparation finished. Can we go back and try to see what was white? Yes. Maybe white was expecting to exchange the queens and then play that position, but queen f6 happened.
Yeah, maybe knight b4, another move. Knight takes b4, queen takes b4. I don't know, this looks also interesting, I would say.
Yes, then white has to take and d3.
And d3.
But then knight c5 is
exactly.
eyeing the d3 pawn and b3 pawn also. So both pawns are hanging right now.
So then maybe this was knight before, it was his preference because white is not forced to take. No, I wanted to play knight c3, but no more blunders today. Enough.
Not today. Yes.
Not today. Okay, white can take, and if queen takes.
Doesn't have to take.
Yeah.
Queen can simply play queen b2, or even leave the queen on a3. But
yeah,
yes.
queen b2 probably attacking the pawn is a good move. Yeah, followed by g3, a3, knight
Yes.
d2, and knight f3, knight d4. Anyway, so what happened? Queen
Queen f6 was played, and white is taking his time and trying to find a move. Queen d6 looks very ambitious, and
yes,
but I think it's going to be played.
yeah, it's quite natural.
Yeah.
I mean, you're activating the queen, you're freeing the square for the knight, and
as long as the queen doesn't get trapped, then it is going to bring some troubles for black.
yeah. Okay, so very interesting position. We'll probably come back to many times of this game. So what do we have on board number 3? Yeah, we have still theoretical positions. So this bishop d3, bishop c2 line. Yeah, it was played bishop e7, of course. Of course. So d4, e4, knight g5, d5. So f3. By the way, knight e6 is a bad move because the knight is trapped. Queen d7, knight takes g7, king f7, and losing the piece. Yeah, that's well known. So f3, h6 first. Yeah, same idea. Knight e6, queen d7. Takes. Now you cannot take. Yeah, play this. Takes, and knight f7.
Can we go back and show why we cannot take on f3 after knight h3? Queen g6 check. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So if black tries to play f3, then queen g6 check, and
then the
and
knight
then
comes to f4. Yeah.
And this is winning for white. So that's why it's always important to do short castle or long castle. Just castle, yeah.
Knight f3, bishop d6, and here white is thinking. I believe that knight f2 is the theoretical move, or even queen g6, and going to an endgame here. I remember from Peter Lekos' course, he was analyzing this position a lot. I mean, trying to prove that white is still better here, white can play for advantage. And one of the idea was, yeah, queen g6 and just trading queens somehow. And white was
Queen
still
g6,
pushing,
h6
and then
pawn is still hanging.
yeah, and then no, queen g6, knight e7. Not immediately. Maybe after move knight f2.
Are there some sacrifices? I think we can check it out. Maybe bishop h6.
Let's try.
Takes queen g6, king h8, queen h6, knight h7, and maybe knight g5.
Which one? Yeah, probably this one, because another knight you want on h4.
Yes.
So
now you have to stop the checkmate, because maybe queen d7 is the move, and then knight h4.
Wow, it's quite dangerous.
What about if rook f6, knight g6? Yes.
If rook f6, knight g6, king g8. And how to continue the attack?
How to continue the attack?
Boom! Shakalaka.
Rook e7, beautiful, beautiful, lovely.
E7, but yeah. No.
Yes.
This is the end, yeah?
This is the end.
This is the end.
Beautiful line.
Yeah. So one more time, bishop takes pawn.
So bishop d6 was played, and white is taking his time. And there's a big chance that he is calculating bishop h6 move. If pawn captures, queen g6, king h8, queen h6, and this looks very forced. So if knight h7, we already saw knight g5. What if king g8, then?
Okay, white can repeat, but white also can continue the attack. How to continue?
And the rook is not jumping to the g file, trying to give a checkmate. So maybe try to bring one of the knights. Maybe
I wanted to stop the move queen d7. Can I stop it by move this rook by b6?
As long as queen d7, the knight on f6 will be hanging. So rook d7, black has to find a move, which is not so easy.
Yeah.
If you move the knight, then the checkmate is hanging, rook g6, queen g7. In case. Otherwise, your knight and queen are stuck. Interesting sacrifice.
Yeah.
Even if there is no direct checkmate, white can go for this. Looks like a pretty good initiative.
Wow. So bishop h6. Can I just ignore? Or probably I'm forced to. And play knight e4. And knight e4. Knight e4. Now bishop hangs. What do you do, Maria? Just retreat the bishop, yeah?
Knight e4, just I took the pawn, I can go back.
Yeah, it's quite logical. Yeah, I don't see much. I mean, what is the compensation? Just a pawn down. So bishop h6. Bishop h6.
Are we missing something?
Yes, I think so. Because the position is theory, still theory, as I remember. And what do we miss? One more time, knight to g5. Queen to g7. And we said knight to h4. Okay, it was the move rook.
What if queen g7, knight g6, just to give up the exchange back?
Yeah.
And play in this position.
Cannot take all the rooks. Take only one. And
2 pieces for a rook. White has connected passed pawns on g file and h file. Looks pretty interesting. If someone from our viewers is checking it with the engine, maybe they can help us with this, because we cannot see what is this.
I believe this is the final position. White is better. I mean, white is playing for, let's say, g3, followed by king g2, changing one pair of rook and then just pushing the pawn. Yeah, you're right, Maria. White can just play this game. Oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. This bishop h6 sacrifice. Interesting. And what about the move knight to g4? Now,
Bishop g5.
yeah, I was thinking to. No, but no time for sacrifice.
Rook f3, you wanted to take on
Yeah,
h2,
but no
yes.
time. No time. There's any move is good. Like queen, let's say queen to g6, followed by queen h5. And white is just dominating. So what is the move here? Bishop h6. Bishop h6 looks
dangerous.
So one more time. If I'm taking the pawn, queen h6 check.
King h8.
Only move.
Queen h6.
Queen h6. Okay.
King g8, you just let white to take the draw if they want to.
Otherwise, rook e6 and continuing the attack. So knight h7 and knight to g5.
The only move, queen d7 and knight h4.
And knight h4.
What if king g8 now, maybe? Again, knight g6, threatening rook e7, but knight g6, maybe knight g5.
Knight.
No, you lose a... You... No. Same endgame, yes?
But how is the same endgame now?
Okay, let's see. Knight f8, no, it's not the same, I keep the points.
And also black can give this in knight f3 check intermediate move. With it changing the structure. So king g8 here, yeah? King to g8. White can continue. I mean, what about the same move of e6? So black cannot take on g5 because queen g5 and then rook g6 or rook h6. White is threatening the move rook g6.
Yes.
Okay, knight h7 also on present threat. Knight. No, g6 and okay. So
Bishop
why not?
h6 is very interesting.
Yeah.
Again, one more time, if our viewers they have some engine that they can check it with, please let us know because we are a bit confused, I guess, yeah?
Yeah. So bishop takes h6. Let's wait for the move. Let's wait for the move. And meanwhile, we move to board number 5, and where we have this variation of Sveshnikov. White is pushing on the queen side, Black is attacking on the king side, and now the logical question, yeah, the who is faster?
Who is faster, yes.
Yeah, who is faster? So White probably wants to use the rook, lifting the rook on the third, rook a3, to defend the third rank, and then after a rook a3, d4 to push c5. Okay, c4, and Black is thinking.
Okay, I'm checking, and bishop h6 is actually winning for white.
Give me 5, Maria.
Yes.
So you are
Beautiful
now
line, huh?
ready for
Maybe.
the
I'm not sure if I would do it myself during the game, but
No,
but I had to check
that's
this.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. So bishop takes h6 and white is winning. So imagine that the grandmaster just missed this bishop takes h6, just missed this bishop takes h6, and white is just winning.
Yeah, bishop h6 and white is winning.
So instead of this
So
move,
bishop d6 was a bad move.
yeah, instead of black could play knight to e4 or queen to d7 or queen 7 or any other move.
Yes.
Yeah, so this was just a blunder.
Bishop h6 just a mistake. Bishop h6 is finishing the game. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting for the move for white. Maybe he's contemplating bishop h6.
Probably he is. Probably he is. He's trying to figure out what's going on. Because bishop h6 is. I mean, this is the instinct. Yeah, it's the it's an instinct. I mean, you sacrifice. You come with the queen by checks. You bring both knights. You bring the rook. You have everything ready for the attack.
Even if it doesn't continue, still two passed pawns, right?
Yeah, and by the way, in the worst scenario, you have perpetual.
Yes.
If something goes wrong, you say, okay.
Maybe knight h7. No, we're not missing anything.
Okay, good.
Bishop d6 was a mistake, and now we're waiting for white to see if he will risk it to take on h6 or he will go with more calm game, yes?
Well, it's not about risking, I believe. It's just about calculation here.
Yes.
I mean, calculation. Then it's not so complicated here. You just give a couple of checks, you bring your pieces very natural. Okay, let's see. Let's see
if he is going to do this or no.
Yeah. Yeah, this position we just checked on board number 6. We have isolated pawn, typical setup for white.
White is threatening a checkmate. Let's bring it up that fact that you cannot take the bishop on f4 because there is queen f7 checkmate.
A small intermediate move. So queen to g3 is threatening checkmate. Okay, probably g6, yeah? Because we don't play knight f6, we just play the move knight d5.
Yes, that will be a bit... So g6.
Yeah, and probably white can play bishop h6 with tempo, attacking the rook. Rook comes to d8. And from here, I mean, I have so many ideas, like knight e4, h4, h5, same idea. You can bring any rook to d1, rook f to d1, rook a to d1, I don't know. Yeah, knight e4.
Easy to play with white.
Yeah, knight e4, I like the move. Followed by d4, maybe knight comes to g5, queen, knight f g5, queen f3, threatening checkmate there on e7.
Trying to use the fact that white is controlling all the black squares near the king.
Yeah.
But obviously black has dark squared bishop, and this bishop from h6 can be removed at some point, but still put some pressure on the black squares on h7 square after knight g5, maybe queen comes to h file.
Yeah, and once again we can push the pawn, push the h pawn, h4, h5. Okay, so after queen d3 black is thinking, but I don't believe I don't believe there is other move than g6. Maybe f5.
F5 looks interesting, but then you leave this e6 pawn on.
Yeah, and after knight d5, queen d5, bishop b3, followed by rooks. I mean, rook to
Rook e1
e1.
and rook c1.
Yeah,
Maybe d5 might
and
be a
d5.
move. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. No. This
Looks
is
scary.
yeah. This is there. So then g6 is the only move here. G6 is the only move here, and he did play. Yeah. No, still thinking. He's still thinking to play g6 or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Most likely we will see g6.
yeah. Let's see some other games.
I was watching a video today.
Yeah.
You remember this game, Magnus Carlsen versus Hikaru Nakamura? So
Well, which one exactly?
there was this game where Magnus Carlsen had a knight on d5 and queen on d3, and Hikaru played h6, blundering queen h7, checkmate.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was a bullet game, and Magnus missed queen h7. He played knight d4,
Yeah.
and he was laughing about it. So, can be like trying to defend the checkmate with h6, queen
Yeah.
h7, checkmate.
So this would be, let's say, in this position, yeah,
Yes.
playing h6,
And oops.
and yeah.
And the checkmate is there. Of course, this is not going to happen. This is a classical game, not a bullet game. But
Yeah. So g6 was played. No.
yeah, g6.
And bishop to g3, not to h6, yeah, more ambitious, but to g3. So white is
And he played
playing.
quite fast, bishop g3.
Yes. Well, it's a little bit strange, the bishop on g3.
Very passive, looks passive.
Yeah, I mean, you should always play with tempo, you should bring the pieces, knight and e4.
Maybe there was something concrete that we're missing.
Okay, let's try to understand.
Like knight c3 and then queen h5. Ah, sorry, the rook is hanging.
The rook is
After I remove the rook.
Okay, but then I don't give you this chance.
Yeah.
I don't give you this chance. And next is b4, force the queen to move away from. Okay, maybe white doesn't need to move b4.
Well, bishop g3 was played, bishop h6 was not played.
Yeah.
We were waiting for bishop h6, trying to fight for a bit more advantage, yeah?
Let's move to board number 14 and 15, where Nadic and Sugirov are playing. Okay, they are not playing each other, but okay, we have Spanish, this Ruy Lopez.
Arkady Nadic joined the tournament since yesterday, and he has 1.5 points here.
And we have this slow Spanish, Ruy Lopez with d3, c3. And then d5, bishop to d2, queen to c1, attacking the pawn, and d4 in the very right moment, because the bishop c2 is against king on h7, and in some lines this knight on c6 hangs, as I know. So in some positions where black takes on d4, cd4, then queen is targeting the knight.
Well, Arkady chose a very solid opening, we can say.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but after the move d4, now everything hangs. You need to calculate a lot of lines, like take on e4 first, take on d4. What is more precise move order? I mean, maybe you don't take at all. I mean, make a move like bishop to b7, because this also can be a candidate.
Yes.
And maybe white blunders a checkmate in one. We have
never say never.
Yeah, we have seen so many games here in the kids tournament. So of course not in masters, but who knows? Yeah, who knows?
I remembered one funny story. So I never saw we all know the shortest checkmate in chess, yes? Yeah. f3, g4, and queen h4 checkmate. So I never thought I will see this happening on the chessboard ever in the tournament.
Really?
But one time I was an arbiter in some tournament, and I think I saw this checkmate happening around 5 times.
5 times?
5 times.
5
in
times.
2 days, I saw it for 5 times, maybe more.
Don't tell me the same opponent, the same player.
I don't know. I wasn't even. I remember I was walking and I would see this checkmate. Whoever was finishing very fast on the line where I was the arbiter. I thought,
What
I-
kind of the tournament?
It was Indians tournament, team tournament in Abu Dhabi.
All right. So probably school tournament.
Some
Yeah.
school tournament. Yeah,
So
there were some
probably-
beginner players.
Yeah. Okay, very interesting. Yeah. So
We had more than 1,000 participants in this
Wow.
tournament. A lot of players.
Great.
But the fact that I saw this checkmate actually happening 5 times, not one, on so many boards, I think I will never forget that day.
So here we have the chance to have the same checkmate or a similar checkmate. Of course not. Yeah. Okay. So after d4, yeah, black can choose. Black is thinking what to choose. You have to take on d4, e4, or just to play bishop e7.
So many
Bishop e7.
combinations here. So many choices. Black is taking his time.
Yeah. And
Petrenko Kiri.
well, let's go to the game of Sugirov Sanan.
Yes,
The
the
top
top seed of the tournament.
And here we have
Again, Ruy Lopez.
Ruy Lopez. This time bishop c5,
Archangel
knight
line,
e7. Well, this is
Okay.
not really archangel. This one is with knight on e7, which is
Different, yeah.
yeah. I don't know what is the name of the opponent, but Nakamura became popular thanks to Nakamura. He played in candidates tournament. This one, and nowadays everybody plays d5 takes knight c3 check. And yeah, Sugirov today is in a very, let's say, calm mood. He wants to play the.
All these games
Then
actually now. First round, the second round. Even in the first round when there was a position to the Benoni,
Yeah.
he was taking so long. He was thinking to go for it or no. I feel like
Yeah, and it was a quick draw.
Yeah.
If you remember, it was like knight b4. Okay, typical move. Black wants to blockade the pawn. Yeah, in front. Blockading the isolated pawn. And then bishop on a4 is a little bit misplaced. White should play the bishop to b3, knight d5, targeting f7. Maybe white can sacrifice this pawn. No, probably not. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see
C6
much compensation. Yeah, because c6, bishop e6, black is just defending the pawn. So knight b4, okay, bishop b3 or knight e5 or rook e1. There are normal moves here. Or white can try to play the endgame by
queen e5.
queen e5 or the end. Of course, black is not forced to take the queen. Black can play knight d5 anyway or rook d8.
Yes.
Or bishop e6. Why not? Why not? Takes. Black controls the square in front of the.
Did I have to exchange the queens? Maybe there was another.
Yeah, for black here.
Bishop e6.
Yeah.
And do I have to take?
Of course not, but what do we do?
What happens if, let's say, a3? Knight d5, right?
Knight d5 or knight c6 back? No, knight c6 backs are losing the piece. Just blundered. Just blundered.
So knight c6 is not possible. Knight d5 and knight e4.
Knight e4. And if I take, I want to take with the pawn, yeah?
Yes, I don't want to leave the isolated pawn.
Yeah, and then you have the knight g5 idea, knight c5 as
Bishop
well.
c2 somewhere.
And bishop c2 somewhere. Yeah, I like this idea. I like it very much. So instead, yeah, in the game he played in knight d5.
Knight d5.
Knight d5. Okay, the most straightforward move. And also white is freeing the square, maybe f3 or g3 from the queen. Let's say in case of knight d5, white can play or queen f3 or queen g3. So the third rank is more space there.
True. It's going to be a long game.
Yes.
If white doesn't decide to do a draw, yeah?
And one more game I want to check is Bartosz Sochka plays with white pieces against international master Sahakian Alex.
Yes. My countryman.
From Armenia, yes. And again we have classical Carlsbad structure. Once again, and this time the most classical move order. Oh yeah. bishop f5, and here white plays with f3 if I'm not mistaken, with f4, yeah?
Okay.
Because f3, is, what is f3?
Do you want to take on f3? Queen f5 and queen e3?
Rook f2.
Rook f2?
And this.
Yes.
And here I think just knight f6. Defending the pawn, and okay, white can trade everything, but this is nothing. Yeah, and maybe probably sooner or later anyway white would be forced to play f4, so why not going to play immediately? f4, and this is the current position. Okay, knight f6 anyway, yeah? And now maybe knight comes to c4 and to e5.
This is gonna be a long game.
Yeah. Okay.
Another long game. Can we go to Roda's position?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because this is one of the most interesting games. Queen to b3. So on which scenario? So knight to b2, g5. So
right away. Right away. Roda is in attacking mode today.
Yeah, but what about development, Maria? We are chess coaches. Should teach kids that first to develop the pieces.
Prepare them for.
Yeah, then we push the pawns. The king is uncastled. Okay, but of
Knight
course
f6 is not possible because you lose the g5 pawn.
Yes. And if knight goes to h6, I can say that this move I like. I don't know why. G4, knight g5. Sacrificing the pawn on d4, but where is the compensation? Maybe castle. Which is castle.
Just trying to use the fact that black still didn't develop the pieces. The king is in the center, so.
Not sure about that, because I'm not sure about this idea. But so what was the g5, queen b3, and black is thinking. So knight h6, and of course white can play something like bishop to d5, let's say. Just a simple move. Bishop to d5. Yeah. So bishop to d5, bishop to g7, and maybe knight to c4. Or take first on d5, d5, take on e5, and knight c4. Bringing all the pieces in the center, but still, I don't know, g4, bishop c6.
What if g4 right away instead of knight f6?
Wow. And g4 right away. Okay, accepted. By the way, first knight takes pawn. Can I do such trick?
If pawn takes,
I don't know why do I need
to check it. Yeah,
why do I need this trick? But
bishop
okay, let's
g8
try.
takes on d4.
Yeah, I'm bringing bishop back to d5, for instance.
Okay, takes the.
If take on c3, queen c3, double attack. Double attack. I don't know, bishop g7. Well, why just simple castle? So what's black is gonna do with the king?
What is black is going to do on the so g4, bishop g8.
Yeah, one more time. G4. No, I took on e5.
Ah, yes, right.
Okay. Let's be tricky and let's have fun. Because bishop g8 is too simple move.
And when black captured the knight, you took on g8.
Yes, correct. He takes d4. What else? A knight a5. There is check.
Bishop d7, queen e5, rook g8, and e5 pawn is hanging in the end of the line.
Yeah. So then black takes on d4 and bishop to d5. I don't know. I mean, there should be something like play for black. Otherwise, I don't know. The king is in the center. The position became open now. White is just a
very aggressive line. Very aggressive chess is happening.
Yeah, queen to b3. So g4 or knight h6. Yeah, knight h6 seems to be the move to play. It's knight h6. You cover also the square f7. The pawn g5 is protected. But it's a playable position. It's a playable position, I think. Okay, it's very interesting. Yeah, Roda is creating.
Roda is in a fighting mood today. Then.
Yeah. So queen b3, and she's thinking. Let's go to Abdurrahman's game.
He chose c4.
C4, yeah. First rook e1. Yeah. By the way, that's important moment to show to our viewers, because if you play c4 directly, there is this knight takes d4 and e5.
Hidden tricks.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah. So first you need to play rook e1, and on rook c8, now c4, and this pawn cannot be.
Because e5 square is defended by the rook on e1.
Yes, exactly. No, not tricks here. So rook e1, rook c8, and c4. And c4, and white's next move, if you allow me, is d5, and then e4, and this board bishop.
Yeah, if I create a pass pawn, I think I'll be happy with my position.
Yeah, so c takes d4, probably black should play this move. Takes. Yeah, I think this is still. I don't want to say this is Carlsen's game, but maybe Carlsen Nakamura. There is a famous game with this structure where white sacrifices two pawns on d5, and then just start to jump with the knight g5. I mean f5, h5. I don't remember exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is
interesting.
Yeah,
I can feel that you're happy with the student's position.
I can say I'm quite happy with the opening, his opening choice. And what do we have? That French Amar Sebranek's French. And the position that everybody hates.
60, yes. I don't know about everybody, but I personally hated it.
It was board 60. Can you remind me what was the board?
Check. He's on the board 67.
Yeah, right, board 67. So it was h4. He did play h4, rook f8, and rook to b1. And rook to b1 now.
But what are these rooks doing there?
Good question. Well, ask me something easier. I don't know.
What is the black's continuation here?
Well, one day f5.
One day
f5. Maybe knight e7, or maybe you don't play knight e7. You can prophylactic first, like king b8, bishop c8 against rook b2. Because maybe you don't want to play the move b6.
Yeah.
And one day you play f5, f6 or f5, or knight e7, knight f5. And have maneuvers. I mean, this knight also sometimes goes to b6. So king b8, knight e7, knight c8, knight b6. Move the queen and then knight a4. Change the blockading piece.
Well, I'll be happy if I can blockade the a3 pawn with another piece.
Yeah, exactly. And
especially the knight.
Yeah, so there are so many here ideas. I mean, sometimes black plays knight c to e7. Just a small. No, but this one allows bishop rook f4 and b4. Yeah, but in some position, black plays the other knight on e7, bishop on c6, no more attack here, and start to concentrate pieces on the king side.
Can we say if white manages to push this pawn from a3 to a4, then white's position will be fine?
Yeah, it's for sure. Also, then after the pawn on a4, you can maneuver your bishop. Bishop c1, bishop a3, and somewhere to d6. Yeah, it's a dream of French player. Yeah, and then you want your bishop somewhere here on d6.
Like the queen on d6.
Yeah, like a queen on d6. And by the way, good idea.
Check the board 3.
It was a board 2, yeah.
Board 2, yeah.
So he did play queen d6.
Queen d6, yes.
He did play queen d6, very good. Rook a6, We didn't think about
it. He wants to trap the queen, I guess, with
knight b4.
Knight b4, queen c7.
No, still the queen is not trapped.
Yeah, but knight b4 is a threat. Knight c5.
Now trading on the knights, and black is thinking now.
But white wants to play knight a3, knight b5.
Yeah. Or maybe d3, knight d2, knight
Yes.
d4.
So many options.
Yes. And what about black?
Is there a d3 move?
d3, knight c3, I think.
And maybe let's try to exchange the queens.
Check.
If I'm not losing the d3 pawn directly, then I might be happy that I am losing the d3 pawn directly. Am I?
Knight c2, rook d1, and then anyway bishop d3, yeah?
Or rook c1, and then
And then
d3, yes. No matter what.
Yeah. And what about the move like rook d8? Just okay. Yeah, I can take h7. I can grab h7. No, but then d2, yeah.
Okay, so many.
And taking rook takes d2. We are all equal at the end. We are all equal.
Okay, two.
And here draw was agreed. By the way, we have 30 moves. 30 moves draw in the tournament.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we do.
So the draws are not allowed before move 13.
If you do it, you're gonna get zeros.
Yeah. So queen takes c5 and black is thinking. Yeah. So d3, your idea, very
But
interesting.
d3 is losing the d3 pawn, so maybe black shall try something else.
Okay, rook d8. Okay,
d8, knight. No, d3.
Or d3 and maybe jumble the knight. Knight to d4. No.
Now d3 is hanging. And knight c2 is a threat.
Oh yes, yes.
So maybe knight a3 simply without d3, trying to jump to d5. And then we are going to try to, maybe knight c7 is an idea.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. What about trading queens here with queen e7, queen takes e7, knight e7?
This was my idea. I wanted to trade the queens, but keep the pawn on d4 so that on d3 it will not be hanging all the time.
And something like knight b5?
Yes.
Yeah, it's playable position. It's playable. It's playable. Okay, so we can make some conclusion after 1.5 hour of today's round. So on board one, we have this. So white prefer to play the structure, yeah. White is not in a very aggressive, not in a very aggressive move. So white is just trying to play a positional game, playing against double pawns like an Inzo style, yeah, position with c4, knight c3, knight f4, and playing like long game
with some pressure on c5 pawn.
Yeah, h3, castles, and knight c3. Knight goes to a4 and pawn on c4, and we will see this positional game. Okay, on board two we have this Benoni style position. Benoni style position with an active queen on c5, but black position is probably fine.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, and here black. By the way, white missed here. Bishop takes h6.
You didn't play bishop h6.
Yeah.
My idea was wasted.
Yeah, unfortunately, white didn't manage to find this bishop takes h6.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, bishop takes h6 would be just winning probably, yeah, or big advantage.
I had to check it, and it is winning probably.
Yeah. Instead, white just played the move bishop f4, and okay, the game is just continuing.
The game is continuing, but there is no longer bishop h6 possibility because the knight is on g4 defending the pawn on h6.
Yeah, what I mean. Yeah, on board 5 we have they have this Sveshnikov with white attacking. White is attacking on the queen side, and black is attacking on the king side, trying to checkmate. And in the games of our players of United Arab Emirates, it's a wild position in Roda's game. She plays with international master Tessir Mohammed. So queen b3 g4, your idea. So you know your student better. So g4.
She's in fighting mode today.
Yeah. So bishop takes g8. We are expecting.
Or 95.
Or 95. Yeah, I forgot my own idea. Or 95. And wow, the game is really heating up. Okay. And Abdurrahman is just playing the move c4, intending to play c5, using the bishop's pair with very good attacking chances. Yeah. And in the game of Marcedrania, there is this French position.
My favorite French, yeah.
Your favorite French. Yeah, it's a probably long game because the position is closed and we are expecting here maneuvers.
A lot of maneuvers are on the
Yeah.
way.
So we are going on our first short break.
Yes,
Don't-
don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll be back very soon. We are continuing to check the third round of the Abu Dhabi Chess Festival. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, stay with us.
That's why I was asking. And Hajar, she made it or no?
Yeah, Hajar was there.
Welcome back to our coverage here in Abu Dhabi, and we have a sensation, I can say. So we missed, and Roda didn't. So we have the game of Roda Alserkal. She plays with black pieces against international master Tisir Mohammed. And what happened, Maria? Look at the
We
variation
checked
after
95, yes.
we did check 95, and I was convinced that this is fine for black, for white. Bishop takes g8, and rook takes g8.
Wow, fantastic. And if the queen captures the rook, then apparently the queen is trapped on the 8th rank after bishop e6, queen h8, long castle with the threat of bishop h6, and black is taking the white's queen.
Wow, amazing. Okay, it's not over yet. It's not over yet, but because white can take two rooks for the queen. Yeah, bishop h6, queen takes, knight takes back, taking the bishop, knight takes e6,
And this position is most likely going to happen in the game.
yeah, black here is much better. I mean, black can continue with f3, knight c5, queen h4, white king is in the center. If you make
Yes,
castle
yes.
short, still the king is not safe. Let's say after f3. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. We all missed rook takes g8 here, and apparently that his opponent, not only us, yeah, takes, and bishop e6. So this is the current position. Rook takes g8, and probably white here is
Rook
just
g8,
shocked.
white is thinking. He was not expecting
Imagine
this to happen.
he just faced this rook takes g8
Yeah.
move, and of course you're kind of shocked, yeah.
Yes, the
You-
confusion, the shock,
yeah.
the heart starts beating
Yeah, exactly.
faster.
Your
Yes.
blood pressure is already
Yes.
3,000, more than the rating. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's great for Roda. Great
Fantastic
for
Roda.
Abu Dhabi chess community. Great, fantastic result. Let's hope that she will manage to convert. She played. She was on a very aggressive move from the move. From the move 4.
4, yes.
From the move 4. Imagine the move f5. Yeah. Imagine the move f5 and then f4 and all this play.
G5,
Wow.
pushing right away. G4.
No,
And
this-
she didn't miss rook g8 move, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, and queen takes g8 and bishop e6 and castle long. Okay, good news. Good news for us. Good news for everybody. Good news for Abu Dhabi.
Yes, of course, of course. We are
So-
rooting for Roda, especially in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
her every win is a.
And of course, we'll have Roda in our studio after the game. So don't miss this moment. Don't miss this moment. The youngest grandmaster, the only grandmaster, woman grandmaster in United Arab Emirates, will join us here in.
The Arab chess champion also.
She's Arab,
Yes.
yes, and former world champion under 8, under 9, and now she is gonna win with international master Tisir Mohammed. Okay, very good, very good.
Yes.
And
yes.
let's move to back to our top boards.
I was checking the games, and a lot happened, but in a live board because we have the. It was amazing. I mean, in the playing hall, we have all the screens from every side. You can see top 6 games going on.
Wow, that's really amazing. It's really amazing to follow. So yeah, we have on board 1. This is the game Jacobson with Iceberg. So Eisenberg, sorry, and we have this. Yeah. So positional play. So black provoked the move f6, the move f4, which honestly I don't really understand. Okay. Black just wants to play e5. We're using this hook, f4 hook. But white played e4 first. It's a pawn sacrifice.
Okay, is this a free pawn?
Not really. So bishop f4, bishop
f6,
f6, pawn f6, queen g4, bishop g5, and rook take
f6
or h4.
or h4.
No, rook takes
Rook
f6.
f6 is enough. Queen
No,
e5.
queen e5. Maybe not. Maybe this is not good. Yeah. So probably instead of just h4 and
Wins the piece.
win the piece.
And what if I, instead of taking the f4 pawn, what if I try to take e4 pawn, the same variation with bishop f6?
Yes.
Pawn captures the bishop.
And maybe
and
check first.
Check first, and then takes on e4, and you are stuck with the weak pawn on c5
Yeah,
and f6 and
Yeah.
too many hanging pawns.
yeah, queen
maybe.
moves to h4. We can relocate the knight b2 c4. It's a pleasant position for white. Okay, e4, very nice idea. Very nice idea. Probably missed by black.
Yes.
Probably missed by black. So in case you play e5 here, by the way, white is not forced. I know f5 the pawn hangs.
But I can also no, maybe.
I was thinking just to play queen f3. I don't know how good is this move. Because if you take on f4, I take on f6, damaging the structure. Okay, I'm not sure about. And okay, let's say this small line takes. In case that you take back, maybe knight c3 comes with tempo to d5.
Yeah, the knight is too strong, and we
Yeah.
have the Burj Khalifa on the f file. Yes.
Yeah, so now instead he played the move knight to d7. Okay, but if you play knight d7, somehow you forget about the move e5. So white just can bring the queen to f3, protecting the pawn. Then white can play c4 move. So on e5, always f5.
True.
And getting some more space, and the white can launch the kingside attack. Yeah, so it's a pleasant position for white. And white is much better. Knight d7 was just played, and white is thinking maybe queen d2, maybe queen g4, by the way, threatening checkmate.
Yeah.
Checkmate in one. The
We
strongest.
like the checkmate in ones. Yeah.
Well, it's the strongest threat in chess. Okay, let's move to board number 2, where we had this
Queen on d6 was giving a lot of trouble, but
knight to
okay,
d4.
knight b4, threatening knight c2 and grabbing the rook.
Bishop to e4
to stop knight c2. Yes.
And knight d3. By the way, the move stop both.
By the way, I have to mention this. Look at the time difference.
Yeah, it's 1 hour 4 minutes for white and 16 minutes only for Lazovic.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, but we know Lazovic that he is very good online player. He's very fast. He's extremely fast. He's one of the best player in the world in online chess. So after bishop e4, he did retreat the queen to d8. He wants to trap the queen by b6. There is queen h5. Yeah.
Again, one move straight. Yeah. But queen h5, f5.
And then f5. By the way, the threat is f5.
f5 with the
you
idea
move the bishop on knight. So knight a3 is kind of forced move here.
Yes. So no longer f5 is possible.
I'm trying to trap the queen here if possible. Look, f5.
Bishop goes back.
And knight to d3.
Queen b5.
Yeah. And now rook b6, pawn a5 hangs.
Yes.
So I'm
bishop d7, queen b7 is hanging.
Queen b7, not really. But still, this knight is on d3 is very annoying. Let's say I can play queen e7 here.
Okay.
Or queen d6. I don't know where is better to move. Okay, let's say to d6. Well, or to e7, I don't know. Yeah, to d7. And if you move the knight,
how many trapping the queens are we
just a small demonstration, and one more,
d7.
and one more here. I know that is great.
f3.
Okay.
But I feel like the queen has to be trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Maybe knight c5.
Knight c5, of course.
Yes.
Of course, knight c5 followed by bishop d7.
And the queen is trapped. Another game.
White can save the queen by b4. Takes, but black is comfortable here. Black is much better. I don't know. Rook a4 followed by d3.
d3, queen
the knight
d4.
on c5 is just amazing piece here.
Black's position is beautiful.
Yeah. So white is to move. And what about the move a3 here? What do you do?
Where is the knight going to?
Maybe we don't move the knight.
f5 takes on b4, takes on e4, and maybe rook a5.
Be careful,
or
Maria.
Pawn a5, sorry. Blunders.
Blunders are happening. So taking and pawn a5.
Yes.
And maybe same move b6. Taking the pawn back. I know you have queen e5, yeah? Well, looks like good compensation to me. So your king maybe someone day e5, but I don't know exactly where to play such. Oh, I know immediately. No, it's too much probably. Well, rook f5. Oh, yeah, and taking back the pawn. At least taking back the pawn. Queen b4.
Yeah, queen b4 and rook
and
a5.
rook takes a5, or maybe I can play b6 here first. I can play d3 here.
Yes.
I can play e3 here.
No, black's position is very, very comfortable. Yeah.
So this is the current position, queen d8. A nice move. Threatening f5. Threatening f5, and if a3, black anyway can play f5. Black can anyway play a5. Okay, so in my opinion, I mean, Lazovic is outplaying his opponent, but still it's not over. So board number 3, we have another grandmaster from Singapore. Ting Jingzhao plays with black pieces. Yeah, and his opponent missed bishop takes h6.
Bishop h6 was missed, unfortunately.
Yeah, so this is the position where he clearly missed bishop takes h6.
I'm sure he calculated it. I'm 100% sure. I mean, the move came to his mind, but
yeah, instead he played bishop f4, knight g4, and queen g6. Check. Okay, but white is still much better. Look at the position.
Knight h4, knight g6.
Yeah, exactly. Knight h4 is next. Knight g6, rook e6, by the way.
Yes.
So knight h4, knight g6, rook e6, rook e1, knight. Yeah, and 1 second, Maria.
Knight g5.
I was just I don't want to say that this is winning or something, but let's try. Knight g5. I mean, taking looks very dangerous, yeah?
And queen h5, knight g5.
Yes, and
Is it a checkmate? It is a checkmate.
it is a checkmate, yes.
Maybe no, it is a check. Bishop h2.
Okay,
then just king h1.
Ignore.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I can take, but no, take and then queen
d6, queen h6. Yes.
So yeah,
that was my idea. But king h1 simply stops all this kind of threats. Yeah.
So of course, black is not forced to take the knight. But what do you do? I mean, rook e6, knight e6 is coming, queen h5. No easy life for black. Yeah, I don't know. Rook f6 maybe.
White's position is very pleasant. Can I try to play queen h5 with the idea knight f7 maybe? But king g8.
King g8. Holding, yeah?
Knight e6, queen d7, because if queen anywhere else, I have queen d5.
And this now one we have seen.
Doesn't work because we will lose the queen.
Yeah. Queen d7 and black is holding. So just a second here. After rook f6, maybe white can play rook e6. I don't know. I'm not sure about this move, but let's try.
And if takes, knight takes.
Or check first.
You mean this line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it the same, but not. Probably not, yeah?
Because I don't have rook e6.
You don't have rook e6. Because we collect everything.
All the pieces are going to fall if this happens.
And so if not rook e6, then what? The threat is checkmate in 2. Bishop h2, king h1. Or now white can take the bishop, of course.
White is winning.
White is winning, so the knight cannot be taken. So what? So king g8. Yeah, the same defensive idea. And now probably black wants to take the knight. So rook f6, queen f6, no continuation. Yeah, maybe this is the defense. Yeah. And if queen f5, queen h5 here. So take the knight, knight takes back, we have the same. But what is white's threat?
Right now?
Maybe just double the rook e1.
Rook e1 with a threat rook e8.
Yeah, if rook takes e6, this check is unpleasant. I don't know if it's winning or not, but
Queen g8.
queen g8 and knight g5. No.
Ooh.
And knight g5. Yeah, not
Maybe
enough.
simple queen g6.
Maybe simple
But
queen
knight
g6.
e7.
Knight e7 is coming. Yeah, somehow black is
Surviving.
surviving. Yeah, it's by some miracle. Okay, so this is the current position, and white played the move rook e6. Okay, another let's say logical move. Yeah, rook to e6, followed by maybe knight g5 or just first rook e1.
Yeah.
Ah, by the way,
Still,
white.
white's position is there are so many options for white in
Yeah.
here because of the weak squares, g6, especially g6 square for black. And the knights are jumping, the knight c6. Maybe it has to retreat to e7 square somehow just to defend the g6 square. But still, so many attacks on the king.
Right, knight g5, knight h4, just doubling the rook. Yeah.
White will just try to use the squares, and black is trying to survive, but that's not an easy task.
Yeah, let's check Roda's game because I'm really trying to. No, white is still thinking. Yeah.
White is still
So
thinking.
it's just, of course, you're just shocked. Yeah, you're just shocked.
I don't think
mean-
white is still thinking though.
It's. Can you check please the position because we don't have moves.
Okay, yes, we have moves. And
After rook takes, bishop takes g8.
bishop
rook
takes g8, and white didn't take queen g8 because he
And
simply
white
couldn't
here
lose the
played
queen. He
d5.
played d5, knight d8, and knight c4, trying to do something, but black is simply piece up.
Well, Maria, we are all good at counting pieces.
Yes.
Come on, it's a piece up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
black is
what
a
is
full
the
piece up.
point to continue the game? I mean, it's just a piece up for a pawn only. And black's pieces is just, I mean, bishop's pair. We have advance on the king side now. That game is
I
over.
agree.
The game is over. I mean, nothing to see here. Okay,
I
good.
don't think there is a fight for white.
Good
in
for
here.
Roda. Good for Roda. Good for everybody here in the club. Good. So she is just a piece up. Okay.
She's just a piece up.
Yeah. Let's move to board 9. Yeah. And actually, this is the moment I wanted to show in Abdurrahman's game.
Okay, so he pushed the d5.
Now look, his opponent played the move knight e7. Apparently, against the move d5.
But does it stop the d5?
Exactly. d5 anyway.
Doesn't stop the d5.
And takes, and bishop takes f6, sacrificing the pawn. Check. And next move is white. It's after king h8, I think queen to h4. You have this resource of bishop to b1 or knight f5, knight h5. Maybe white can take on d5. It's a good compensation for the pawn. Of course, white is not winning. White is not winning. There's the game is complicated, but I like white's play. I don't know.
Nice.
If knight g6 here, maybe white can play
knight h5.
Knight h5 or h4
Or
h5.
well, h4
knight
h5.
Yeah, knight h5 looks good. Queen e7 and queen f5. Yeah.
Queen f5 and
double attack.
d6.
And then white just take the pawn back.
Yeah.
If I'm not very ambitious.
No, we like the whites. Today we like the UAE players' positions. Can we say that?
Yes, and let's move to the third player from UAE. He plays the French. Yeah, that French is really. It is aboard 67. Yeah. Yeah. He managed to play a4.
Okay, but this changes a lot of things. So
yes, exactly. So king a8, bishop to e1.
Okay, maybe queen c1.
And here queen a5. Okay.
Maybe the idea was to play queen c1, queen b2,
and still.
Yeah.
So you have all your pieces closed. I mean, and why do you play queen a5? Why do you give white's play a4? Now it's
if a4 now it's not clear.
Yeah, now the queen comes to c1, a3, d6, or the bishop goes there. So in queen to c7, bishop to d2 back, defending the queen. Well, I don't believe it was so.
Okay, but this is what we were talking about before everything happened.
Yeah.
We were talking about that if black somehow loses a4 move, then Maybe white's problems are not such a big problems as they seemed.
And f6, yeah.
F6 wants to
Okay,
take the
so
pawn.
now
E5.
even endgame is interesting.
But it's not hanging. The e5 pawn is not hanging currently.
Oh, the rook is not hanging. I mean, rook hangs. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But a5 is another option. By the way, queen g3. No, queen g3 knight e7. Queen g3 knight e7. I don't know. Maybe just a5. Maybe rook b2. By the way.
Rook b2,
How do you defend?
b6.
Well, if b6, I'm afraid some sacrifices like a5. I don't know if immediately, probably not. Knight a5. Well, some beauties here. Or no beauties in chess.
A lot of beauties in chess,
A
but
lot of beauties
not
in
here.
chess.
Maybe. Not here.
I was thinking, okay, let's say I can play rook to b5. I don't know why do I need this move. Why do I need this move? Rook to b5, knight to e7. If knight to e7, I was trying to sacrifice the exchange.
But now you want to take on e5. I'm forced to take on f6.
Yeah.
Am I? Then queen f4. What is this endgame? Takes.
No, then my rook is misplaced here. Then my rook is just simply misplaced here. Okay, still bishop h2. The rook comes back. Knight. Okay,
Yes.
it's just playable position. Yeah, it's a playable game. So what did he play instead? f6. Now white is still thinking. White is still thinking.
f6. Because what to do? What to do? You don't want to. Maybe queen g3 now. Just trying to take it with knight or pawn.
Yeah, with the knight probably.
With the knight.
With the knight, because in this scenario, no, there is. Can we? No, because knight f3 check.
Knight f3, queen f4.
Yes. So then pawn takes knight e7. Oh, sorry. Yeah, pawn takes knight e7, and knight wants to come to.
Then now I can maybe play
a5 or rook b2.
Rook b2, but knight f5.
Knight f5 is annoying. Quite annoying, this move. Now we should use this tempo because bishop d2 f6. We have this. He did play rook b2. He did play rook b2. No, he did play rook b2. Yeah, and if b6, I'm trying to play a5 here. Well, let's try a5. Knight takes a5. Yeah, we should check Roda. Is Roda still playing, or maybe she won? And then we can have her in the studio. And here, and now queen to g4. Maybe this scenario.
Roda is still playing.
Still playing. She's a piece up. But her opponent doesn't want to give up. Yeah, it's shocking. Yeah, move 10 in your are lost. I mean, you lose in 10 moves.
So d6 f5 was a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's move.
I feel like this is going to be a good day, especially for UAE players.
Let's hope. They are saying here, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So let's move to board number 1. Yeah, we have this positional play. No big changes. On board number 2, somehow white manages to evacuate, to move, to escape with the queen back.
Okay, the queen had to leave that square.
Yes, the maneuver was knight a3, b6, not f5, yeah?
No, not f5.
We were expecting the move f5. Okay, b6, queen h5, and queen e2 back, and bishop to d7. Well, probably white will play d3, followed by knight c2. Black will bring the rook to a7. Yeah, I would say the position is about equal. It's just playable. Okay, this bishop to d7. On board 3, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this position, we can say that white has an advantage.
Yeah. This is b4, and black played the move bishop to d3.
Yeah.
Well, what is...
Maybe we shall go a little bit back to see.
Yeah.
Okay,
so this one we saw here, white played a provocative move, a provocation
bishop h5,
with bishop h5.
g6 and g5. Yes, it was the. We were talking about this g5
Yes.
move since the beginning of the game, and eventually it's on the position.
Bishop d3 and rook c7, b4, and bishop d3. So if bishop e2, bishop f5, and maybe just kind of a repetition. What Petrosyan school recommends here to play?
Sacrifice the exchange.
Yes, I was just about to say. Famous Armenian school, Petrosyan school. Sacrifice
The
the
exchange. Bishop e6, yeah?
yeah, bringing
Or
the
knight c3,
square, bringing the square, the knight on e4, and because this bishop actually is the best piece in the position, yeah.
Yes.
If we give the rook for this bishop, then we control everything.
All the white squares. I
Wow.
agree. Looks interesting, but
how to do this in a practical?
hard to.
Yeah, because the pawn hangs on c4. Yeah.
Hard to do it when it comes to it.
Well, let's. Can we be like very ambitious, like c5?
Oof.
I understand. Yeah. It looks like
Okay,
a
let's
blunder.
say takes.
Oh, what do you take? The pawn, the rook?
The the rook.
Okay, if you just a small demonstration. Ah, no, it doesn't work. I wanted to play d6 and queen b3 check, but I missed c4.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's try. Taking first here. I mean, if I want to change and give check at the end. Okay, it's a Patzer's combination.
I see what you're doing, Viorel.
Yeah.
But it might actually work.
It might actually work. Okay, so c5. Okay, and my idea was if after bishop f1, let's say probably king. I don't know why, but probably king.
You want to keep the queen in case you want to play queen b3 again.
And if black doesn't take, then white can play just bishop e6 check, c6, b5, and on b6 just I'm bringing all the pieces. And if
the black takes, then is there something direct? Seems like something connected to d6 has to happen, but I don't see it right away.
So black cannot take, rook on c7 hangs. So then we need a magical move here, which is...
If queen b3, then bishop d6. Then I can take, put the pawn on d7 maybe.
Yes.
What is that position? Then grab the pawn on b7. We can check it in case, yeah.
So how do we start? Queen b3.
We start queen b3. Let's say bishop d6. There was king h8 move also, but bishop d6. I take on c5. Knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes, d6. Queen f7 is not possible because bishop e6.
Yeah.
Let's just show it very quickly.
And if king h8.
No, sorry, d6, king h8, and d7 first. But the pawn is not going far, I guess.
Yeah, queen to
queen e7, yeah, and then queen d6, and okay, in fact, white has a lot of problems, but the line was forced, so it was interesting.
Okay, so bishop d3, and white is thinking to accept the draw, maybe repetition with bishop e2, or maybe just continue to play.
By the way, we have a request to check the board number 52.
What is so interesting there, Maria? 52. 52, we have the game of...
Akobirkhon versus Munkhdalai.
Yeah, Uzbekistan against Mongolia. So what do we have here? Let's check it from the opening. So it was the strange Sicilian. Queen e3.
This Magnus idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Play b3.
Yeah.
But okay.
Bishop d2, so knight to f4. Okay. Nowadays any opening is possible. So queen e8, knight to d3, and b4. Yeah, white took some space on the queen side. Black is trying to push in the center. Bishop to d8, bishop comes to b6. Okay, very interesting play. a5, stopping. Now knight g4, and black wants to play f5. Yeah, next move. Let's say queen to d2, which is only move here, or queen to c1.
Yeah.
Okay, but to d2 looks more natural, and f5 probably, yeah. But this is very interesting because white does not control the square e4, yeah. So if you take, there is f4, Black can add, play d5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a strong attack, and I believe it's not easy to play for
It's
white.
not. It's not.
It's not easy. Okay, white can use this check, but how to do this? Maybe move the knight away. And no, but then bishop f5. Well, I think white is in trouble. White is in trouble here. After
Looks
f5.
like, yeah, after f5.
Yeah, very interesting play. So all white pieces are misplaced. I mean, especially knight on d3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have no. I mean, if you, let's say, move the knight to e1, black simply takes, check,
King h8
king
and
h8,
queen e4.
and bishop f5 at the end, winning the exchange.
Yes, yes.
And it's not only about the exchange. Black can push f4, take knight f2,
Mm-hmm.
or the queen is trapped once again.
No, queen c4.
Queen c4, yeah. And
I have queen c4.
yeah, takes, and maybe, I don't know, knight f2, or starting with, no, knight hangs, yeah, knight f2, king f2, dreaming, sorry, e4, directly e4, and then black takes the knight back. So black is exchange up.
Yes, there is no way to hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, black will be exchange up. And by the way, we have a result. We have two results. We have on board 48 and on board 59. Board 49. Black won in the game of by hub with Ravi. And let's see what happened there. So it was Catalan opening, Catalan defense, calm game apparently, and after rook b1, okay, looks like very calm position. Knight takes e5, and here white just lost a piece. White just lost a piece.
Okay. By the way, we have a result on the leaders board, board number 8.
Okay, Grandmaster Xu Haowin.
Yes, versus
defeated
Manafov.
Yeah, the game with that we
were checking this game, and
so it was a Sicilian Paulsen. Yeah, that one we said that positionally black is
struggling. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, black is trying to play for a checkmating attack, but the center is so weak.
Yeah.
Oh, knight f6.
And bishop c4.
Bishop c4, final touch.
Okay, we already have a player with 3 points, full points.
3 out of 3. Grandmaster Xu is leading the tournament. It's a very good, by the way, game. Very good game.
Yeah.
Just, okay, the game I can recommend. I mean, just how to play against this kind of system. You just put the pieces in the center. You concentrate attacking d6 pawn, and at some point you can play c5. And black's counterplay, black's attack is not enough. Okay, very good game. Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only result on the top boards. And Roda is still playing.
She's still playing. She's piece up.
She's pushing.
Yeah. Also, Abdurrahman is attacking with all his, I would say pieces, but pawns too. pawn h is.
Okay, it got to h6 square.
Yeah. And after rook g8, queen goes to h4, f4, h4, yeah.
Queen e5.
Queen e5, f4, 1-0.
Queen e6, let me continue a bit more.
I'm not. And e4, but this is not. No, then f4 was taking on d5, bishop d5, e4, rook g4. No. Not yet. So rook to g8.
This needs to be played, and
by the way, maybe just a simple move like queen to
f3.
f3, queen e5, and take on d5. No, but black can take back. Black can take back with the bishop.
Could we play knight h5, but there was rook g6 move.
Yeah.
Let's say queen f3, queen e5, knight h5, and
Queen f3. Queen e5.
but I don't think this is enough. White
Knight
wants something
h5,
more.
Rook g6 and
and nothing.
and nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting something.
But seems rook g8 is going to be played, but seems like white has something more than what we're seeing.
What about the move queen to h5?
You simply want to take the pawn on f7.
Yeah, but it's not.
Nah.
No. I'm just losing the queen.
Again,
Okay,
another
yeah.
queen.
Another queen, yeah. So queen to h5 is probably not great. So after rook g8, okay, there is queen f3, there is queen h4. Queen to h4 looks to me.
Queen h4, queen e5, I feel like there is something about that line.
And
Maybe
after,
just f4.
and queen to e6, yeah?
Yeah, and here, let's see. Can I simply take on d5 and push e4?
And I will take with the bishop, of course.
Yes, I take, knight takes,
Yes.
e4.
Intermezzo.
Rook g4, can I take on d5?
Rook takes
e1.
c1
Yeah.
and rook takes h4.
And the rook is not getting trapped.
Yeah.
No, wait. If I take on d5, rook h4.
If you take on d5, I take on
Yes,
here.
e1 takes. Rook h4, d6. Like, for example, if you take rook f4, I have d7.
Wow, but you are winning here.
If you take rook h6, I still play d7.
Amazing calculation, Maria.
But you have rook g4.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
But this is not over.
This is not over,
You know that this position,
knight f5,
followed by g3,
yes,
and black is in kind of zugzwang. Wow. I like very much this idea. Okay, let's say black pushes.
d7.
Rook d8.
Okay, no, I wanted something more. Knight d6, wow.
6.
Knight
or
d6
first
is
check, and then knight d6, threatening checkmate on f7.
Okay, are we on time to catch the c-pawn in the end?
Oh, I didn't go so far. Take. No, we are not.
We are not.
1 second then. And then how it was the line?
Okay, I don't need to push d7.
Yeah, but if you play this, now the threat is rook e8 and knight f7 checkmate.
Okay, yeah. If in case rook g4 goes to g8, there is knight f7 and it's a checkmate.
But it's a checkmate, yeah. So
Yeah.
rook e8 and knight f7, no defense.
Yeah.
That's brilliant variation. Brilliant. Simply brilliant. So queen e6, taking on d5, bishop to d5, bishop to d5, knight
Everything
to d5,
is forced.
e4. Okay, rook g4, I don't know. I can play just knight e7.
Okay, let's say this line, and now I wanted to play knight h5, and you don't have rook g6.
Yeah, because f5 is coming, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, in this scenario, just do the next knight f6 or queen f6 even.
Maybe rook c6 now, and
rook f6. Rook c6, sorry, yeah.
Just trying to survive a bit more.
Yeah. I don't know, knight g7, for instance, first. Just trying to cut off the rook from the square g4. And then bringing the rook to e1. Okay, it is compensation. Of course, the game is not over. Very interesting. So rook g8 was played. And now white is thinking. White is unfortunately in 15 minutes. 15 minutes against 31. So what do we have here? What do we have? We have, queen f3 was played.
By the way, we have a draw on the board number 5.
On the board number 5, we have a draw.
Yes, they repeated the moves.
So I did repeat. Yeah, they didn't try to. Okay, yes. Okay. And we move to board number 1. Jacobson is still better. He can play simply move d4 here and keep his strong center, his structure. The psig pawn is backwarded. Is under heavy attack, so it's just white is comfortably better. Okay, Lazovic with Sidrach Jagadir. Yeah, that position is okay. We can say it is about equal. So white manages to complete his development. Black is also doing fine here.
But he doesn't have time. He doesn't have enough time.
Well, yeah, 39 against 9, yeah, so just a half an hour more for white. Well, I don't believe this is a big problem for Lazovic. He's very quick. He's very quick in time trouble.
The advantages of online chess, yes?
Yes. And yeah, this was a draw. So board number 7 is an endgame. Okay, black is doing fine. What about Roda?
Roda is still playing.
Is she close to converting the
She will
the
convert.
piece?
Oh.
So white's only hope is to push c4, c5.
C4,
yeah?
C5, yes.
c4, c4. Okay, there are many ways to stop. Black can play, including the move. She played bishop g7. Black can play the move, let's say b6 here, c4, b6, knight c6, bishop b7. Exactly. So now the pawn on e5 is just protected. I don't know. It's nothing to analyze here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course, time to
I
time
think she will convert. Yeah.
Time to time, of course, we need to check. We need to check the game, but it's clearly that her advantage is just. I mean, it's a piece up. It's a piece up.
Yeah, it's a lot of material. Yeah.
It's a piece up.
Piece is piece.
Yeah.
We say stone is a stone. Yeah.
Yeah. So the game Naidic Putrenko is, wow. So many things are hanging here. Yeah, this is what we checked here. d4.
d4, yeah.
And black took on e4, knight e4, knight d5, a4. Okay, typical Spanish move. Ruy Lopez move. b4 and c4. Yeah. Knight to b6 and d5. White is pushing everything.
Interesting.
Yeah, and b3.
Bishop b3.
I thought b3, but okay.
He wants to play c5.
He wants to play c5. And
wow.
Brilliant.
Okay.
And
beautiful.
Yeah, so if
let's see what happens if takes, and d6 first.
And d6, yeah. And then c5.
c5.
Next.
Wow.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant play by Arkady Naidic.
Well calculated.
c5, now taking the knight. d6 check, bishop e6, taking on e6 and taking on b6.
b6, and one of the pawns is going somewhere far. Also, if you take on b6, knight g5 and queen c4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, brilliant play by Arkady. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes. So let's say pawn takes d6. Well, at least you don't have queen c4, but because I'll wait, but
b7, queen c8, rook e8, knight d6.
Oh yeah, so b7,
knight d6, yeah.
Rook a6, queen here.
Okay, you stopped my knight d6, but
I did
rook
start.
e8.
Yeah, but then bishop g5. No, bishop g5 is not.
Rook c1 first.
Oh, wow, but you are giving
you
this.
take the knight and then bishop g5.
And queen d7.
And queen d7.
Managed to defend, but it's not over, of course.
It's not over.
Take, and rook c8.
King f7 and rook c1.
And rook c6.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
No, but this is even.
That didn't look true, but I had
this
to
one
try.
is not over. It takes, and takes. And but okay, it's too far. I'm probably just queen b8.
Yeah.
No.
This has to be enough.
No. This was, of course.
It was a fantasy genre, but looked interesting to check. What if simple knight g5?
Rook e8.
And I don't know, queen c4, queen h4?
Oh. Yeah.
But there is no checkmate.
What I'm always saying to my kids, strong players, they see all the board. Yeah, this is the advantage of strong players. They see all the board. Even if you think that you are concentrated here on the queen side and center, so this talent to see all the board is very important in chess. This queen h4 and then queen h7, queen g6.
Okay, so you're calling me strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but what is the checkmate, Maria?
There is no checkmate.
There's no checkmate?
There is no checkmate, no.
Maybe I'm fine. Black is fine.
Maybe.
Knight d7, knight f8. Well, I don't know.
No, there is no checkmate.
And Lifting the rook doesn't help
Maybe
you much.
queen h7, try h4, h5, but I don't think that white is forced to go for this. So c takes on d6 is the move for black.
Yeah, after c takes b6, black is thinking. Of course, we'll follow this game. The game is very interesting.
Can we check again if c takes on d6? Maybe we're missing something. I feel like we're
c
missing
takes
something.
d6, c takes d6. So we have a choice like in b7, knight g5, bishop g5.
Yes, so many options. I believe that there is something up here. What if b7, rook a6, bishop g5 first?
Queen d7,
Queen d7 is the move.
queen c8, rook e8.
Rook e8, still holding.
Mhm.
Still holding. Queen c4, d5.
Yeah, knight hangs.
Okay, okay. No. No. I was having bigger hopes. I'm sure there is something better here.
Actually, he took on d6. This is the current position. He took on d6.
Mhm.
And now white should fight.
White is thinking.
Hmm?
What is the move? How to finalize this game? This is the question. There is something, I believe.
So once
If
again,
knight
knight takes
g5?
g5, rook e8.
Well, we don't have to play queen c4, but
We
maybe.
don't have to play queen c4. Okay, and if we mixed ideas, let's say first b7, rook a6, and now check and queen h4. Okay, I don't know. At least we keep the pawn on b7 alive.
Yes. Again, queen b6. Because no, actually, you don't have to do it because rook is protecting the pawn on g6.
Yeah, but I mean, you should try to eliminate this b7 pawn. Otherwise, rook c1, rook c8 is coming. And if you try to do it with the rook, then g6 hangs.
Yes.
So maybe the same queen b6
Queen
is,
b6
or
and
queen
there
d7.
is
I don't
no
know.
checkmate.
Maybe not that far. And no checkmate. Yeah.
There is no checkmate. The bishop on g7 simply defends everything. And the rook on a6 defends the pawn on g6.
Yeah.
I still believe there is something after c takes on d6, something easier
Okay.
that we're missing. Yes, we checked b7, we checked knight g5, and after bishop g5, queen d7,
Queen
correct?
d7. Yeah.
And if b7, rook a6, bishop g5, again queen d7.
No, I think knight g5 has to be played. I don't know.
Yeah, otherwise you're losing the knight. Well, what if just queen c4, d5, queen b5?
Uh-huh.
With the idea to play rook c1, b7, rook c8.
Yeah, I like this. Knight b7, knight b7, d5 hands. Uh-huh. So not no easy development. Queen d7, maybe I can try.
Rook c1.
This one, yeah. No.
Queen takes, pawn takes.
And knight d7.
Knight d7, b7, and rook c7.
Yeah.
If rook e7, rook c8.
Well,
Or
if
rook c1 simply, yeah.
Yeah, rook e7 cannot move the knight, yeah. So, and if black
Rook
moves,
d8.
I thought I can
Okay, yeah.
trying to
No.
move the knight, but
If knight b6, rook c1,
a knight c4 maybe.
knight c4. Okay, I can start with b3.
Yeah. Showing technique, and maybe d4, knight d5, knight c3 this time. Trying to close the rook.
Yeah. Okay, looks not so easy.
Yeah, not so easy. So let's say interesting and inspired play by white, and still it's not so easy.
Still not clear.
Okay.
By the way, I can see that congratulations, Abdurrahman won his game.
Amazing. So he's our candidate for the studio. So maybe we'll go for a short break.
Yes.
And then we'll have guests in our studio. And Abdurrahman Al-Tahin and let's hope and Roda Alserkal.
Yes.
Fantastic
yes,
day for
awesome.
UAE chess. It's amazing. It's amazing to
It's
have
going
2 points.
2 points.
And
can
who knows?
win.
Maybe
So,
Amar Al-Sadrani can also win the game.
I mean, after he managed to push the pawn to a4,
Yeah,
why not?
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
stay with us. After just a couple of minutes, we'll continue with interviews with special guests in our studio.
See you.
We are back in studio here in Abu Dhabi round 3 and for the final part. And there are so many exciting games. Wow, first of all, of course, we'll check Roda's game.
Yes.
It's very tense. Wow, she's much better. She's winning, but it's not that easy at the end.
It's
So
not that
this is
simple.
so this is the position. This is the current position. We have 15 minutes delay, so the position, I mean, the on the in the playing hall is a different one. So black is still up a piece. I mean, just pawn on c7 is creating some headache, so it's a counterplay. But anyway, black's position should be winning, like bringing the
Yes.
bishop to c5, bringing bishop to a6, eliminating this pawn, maybe pushing g3, f3, and she's winning. And by the way, yes, Abdurrahman won his game, but the I mean Abdurrahman Akintoye.
Yes, we have a lot
So
of Abdul Rahman.
yeah, he won the game with white pieces, and the other player in the other game, Abdurrahman is still up a pawn. He is better, but the position is not that simple. Okay, let's go to top boards to see the situation. Jacobson Brandon is still better. He's continuing to be better with Eisenberg Bunny, but now is not that simple. I mean, black got some counterplay around this position, so I don't really like this move. I don't know why. Why do you give the center? I mean, g3, g5. Black got some counterplay typical for French
Yes.
defense, and now e5, and I don't see white is better anymore. I think black got enough counterplay.
A lot of counterplay,
Taking
yes.
on e5, queen takes e5. Let's say queen takes e5, knight takes e5. Black is fine. Black is fine. I mean, black is maybe better because the pawn on d5 is just protected past pawn.
Yes,
Rook
yes,
is
looks
active.
very,
Knight can jump to d3 anytime. Yeah, he
And
lost
also
that.
the ideas of rook f2, knight f3, trying to give a checkmate on h2.
Yeah. Yes.
Very typical.
Well pointed. Yeah. So we have also board number 2. Sidrata with Lazovic. Well, it's probably be a draw here. Well, I don't know. Yeah, so white was pushing here. White was trying to get the initiative, but black is just neutralizing everything, changing some trading pieces, pawns, and bringing the rook. Yeah, now actually I would consider that black is better in terms that king is safer.
Yes.
Which is
yes.
very important. Because
There's-
one check on long diagonal and game is over.
And
let's
the
say.
game will be over. But
Yeah.
the queen on b7 is still protecting it, so
Yeah,
it's
white
not
can
that
just
easy
centralize
to
the queen on d5.
Yes.
And okay, you don't lose. You don't lose the position with such a king on. Yeah, actually, that happened. Queen d5, queen e7, and yeah, it's probably that it will be a draw here. It will be a draw. Another player, another grandmaster from Singapore.
Well, here it's also a bit complicated, right? I mean, it was more looked like on the third board. It looked like way more advantage
For white, yeah.
Yes.
And somehow he missed all the chances today. First of all, bishop h6 today, and the opening here, yeah. One more
Yes,
time, this
here.
bishop h6 was probably winning, and then white has the initiative, but wow.
Knight d5, beautiful.
But look at this, Maria. Look at this defense. It's just amazing. Rook takes e5, bishop e5, and knight g6. And ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, we have a winner today, Roda Alserkal. She won the game, and she is in our studio. Welcome, Roda Alserkal. I'll
Yes, we will
give my place for. So congratulations.
Roda.
Well done. Wow.
Congrats.
Aggressive play and nice win.
Okay, I will.
Hi.
Well done.
Okay.
Okay, let me know when to start. Yeah.
Do I look good, guys? This is not live right now, right?
We are live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready for.
This outside. Papa. Guys, wait a minute.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the studio with the woman grandmaster, Roda Alserkal from UAE. First of all, congratulations, Roda, for your win.
Thank you so much.
And obviously, the festival is not a festival without you for us. Yes. Can you tell us how was the game? Maybe you can tell us. We were following your game. It was a crazy game, very beautiful, very nice calculations. But I will give the floor to you so that you can talk about it.
Thank you. It was a really weird game, so I have to talk about it.
Yes, we want you to talk about it.
Okay, so it was e4, e5. This I played this d6 once in a tournament. Here after d3, I was thinking for a bit because recently I've been having problems remembering my openings for some reason. And after playing f5, I was like I was hoping that this was the right move.
f4, yes?
I mean f4, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. After d4, yeah, once I played a game like this, but in that game I played queen f6. I think queen e7 is like a better version of it.
We were thinking about queen f6.
Queen f6, yes. I played this once, didn't turn out so well. Yeah, g5, yeah, here. Before playing g5, I saw like very fastly like queen b3, g4, take on g8, take on f3, and I was like, yeah, here. I saw bishop takes g8,
yes.
And I saw like takes on f3, takes, and I was trying to see here like what can I do? Like, okay, my calculation was to play queen to g7, and if like bishop e6, queen g2, rook g1 takes on e6, and then like knight e7. Like even though I'm a pawn down, I think I have like good compensation in that position. Like this knight can't move. It's like hard to castle, and yeah, my development is better overall. Anyways, here he played knight e5. I was like,
I'll be honest with you. We were checking the position with Viorel, and he offered knight e5 move. I offered g4. He offered knight e5, and we were checking the bishop g8, and we completely missed your idea. That there is this move, and I want you to show it yourself. Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah. So here, wait, just a little fun fact. Okay, fun fact after the move. So yeah, here bishop g8, and here I played like rook g8 with the idea like bishop e6. But I saw this idea with rook takes g8. This is the fun fact that I saw.
We can show maybe for the viewers.
Here, I took on g8. He took on g8, and I played. He didn't take on g8.
He didn't take, yeah.
But if this, I play bishop e6, and I actually saw this idea like here. When I was calculating, I saw bishop takes g8, and like I was like really fast thinking like, what if rook takes g8, what and takes bishop e6? But here sadly there is queen g5.
Yes,
I saw this, and if I do the same, but after taking on f3, white can just put back the queen on g2. And here when he played knight e5, I immediately thought like the queen can't go back to g5. This is the perfect time to play this. And I was really happy, but also like stressed out, like what's going on? No, wait, what happened here?
Yes.
Yeah, I took, takes on g8, takes.
Here
he fought for such a long time. Thank you so much. Here I was thinking for such a long time, like he was thinking, and I thought that instead of like playing d5, he would try to go for this. And here, okay, for some reason, I thought about taking on d4 first, but there is like some stuff. I'm sorry, after this, I was thinking maybe like take on d4 first, not to allow d5. But like my main calculation here was like do long castle.
Of course.
d5 with bishop g7, like try to like take, and after this, takes, and I thought he would go for this because,
or just do it with bishop h6, yes?
What do you mean? Works too. But I mean, yeah. Okay,
same, yeah.
Like in general, I just thought he would like go for the two rooks against the queen.
Same position, still winning,
Yeah.
yes.
But I don't know, I genuinely thought, like, yeah. Anyways, he played d5. I was kind of happy. I played knight d8, I believe, here, and he played knight c4.
We can go here and
Yeah, knight c7, knight f7, sorry. Bishop d2, knight d6, knight a5. I mean, okay, here I'm like winning, but I just need to have some like good technique, you know, just not give any chances. I feel like I did kind of give chances at some point, like allowing c4 here. Like, okay, here I was
I'll
honest.
turn on the for you, just in case.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm still winning. Okay, a5 here. I was thinking queen c5, but I don't think it matters that much. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It didn't
queen
matter
d7
much. I
here.
think the game was pretty.
Yeah, bishop g7. Yeah, here I played bishop g7 because I wanted to play b7. Okay, same idea, different moves.
Everything happened very fast, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he didn't really have time. He had like 4 minutes. Yeah, he had seconds here, and yeah, bishop b7, c5. Here I saw this. I was like, okay. I mean, I'm 2 pawns down, but like, come on, definitely better here. Winning. I'm sorry. Yeah, castle, rook c8. I was like, yeah. I don't think he has a lot here. I can just like bring, you know,
Yes.
just improve the stuff on the king side. Try to push. Yeah, rook c1, bishop here. Oh wow. Rook takes c5.
Maybe rook c5 was a move, but
I
it's
mean,
not
okay,
easy
to
do
be
this
honest,
move.
I don't think I didn't have, honestly, I feel like I didn't have the best technique, but I mean, I won, so.
It was enough to win because
It
I don't
was
think
enough.
rook c5 is
He
easy to
didn't have
spot.
time.
And even after rook c5, it's not like black is still not winning. You're still rook up. So
Yeah, exactly.
rook c5 is
And
not...
he's on second, by the
Yes.
way, so. Okay, here I was like, just push h4 and like hope for the best. Queen d1, and yeah, I was like, I played f3 pretty quick here. g4, I spotted bishop e2 with that. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Okay, it's still not live, but I'm just gonna tell you how the game went. Bishop e2, he played queen b3, and here
We saw.
g3.
Yes. G3, beautiful.
I was so happy that I found this move.
Beautiful.
I was so happy.
Let's just show for our viewers
Yeah.
what happens if the pawn takes the bishop.
Okay, so here obviously my bishop is hanging, and if bishop takes, I take this and checkmate.
And the queen enters to h3, yes.
Exactly, and if I was thinking like, what if takes? I take with the rook.
Fantastic, fantastic.
And
if
you know,
takes,
it just goes the same, you know, just queen h3. I was so happy that I found this because I really didn't want to go back with my bishop. I was like, no way. Like, I have to have something here.
And if rook d4, bishop d4, it wasn't already so easy. Rook c6, so g3.
Yeah, I mean, here, I was thinking like bishop b4, but then I saw rook c6. I was like, nah. Like, I have to have something on the king side. Come on. And then I was like, yeah, let's just go all in, give everything, and hope for the best.
There was already a checkmate on the board, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful, Roda. Congratulations one more time.
Thank you.
If you have time, I would like to ask you a few more questions.
Sure.
So, what do you think about the tournament? How do you like it so far?
Well, I've been kind of unlucky the first 2 rounds. I was playing both white, and I just lost pretty sad games. But I think I'm really happy that I won today. I think it's a good way to get back on track, you know, just a little motivation. And overall, the tournament is really fun, you know, so like great organization, great place. I'm from Abu Dhabi, and I love playing in my hometown. Everything is going so great, and 6 more rounds, right?
6 more
I'm
rounds,
really
yes.
excited to, you know, inshallah, you know, continue winning, gain some rating, and most importantly, enjoy.
Thank you, Roda, and I want to wish you good luck from everyone's name. And you shall know that we are all rooting for you.
Thank you so much.
And from now on, we hope to see beautiful games like this with the wins. And all the best luck.
Thank you.
And hope to see you more often in the commentary room.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the third round of the Abu Dhabi Chess Festival 2025, and welcome back, Viorel.
Yeah, thank you. A good day for Abu Dhabi chess players. Roda won the game. Congratulations one more time.
Yeah, that was obviously
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Abdurrahman is, well, he was much better. He was much better around this position, but in the time trouble, he lost all his advantage. And yeah, he didn't manage to find the moves and.
Yeah, now the pawns
Yeah.
look very dangerous.
Yeah, and then b3, I mean c3. Okay, still not easy because his black's king is in the
Danger of being checkmated.
yeah, exactly.
From
So
the
white,
final rank.
if white managed, let's say, sacrifice the bishop for 2 pawns, a4, b4, c4, and still white can hold this position.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
but
so we
still
have
hopes.
Yes,
Still a
some
lot of
hopes. Yeah, we have some games finished.
Some games finished. We have a result on the third board. We have a draw.
We have a draw. Yeah, exactly.
We have a
This
draw because white missed a lot of chances in this game. We can say it for sure.
Yeah.
We have a draw on the fifth board. On the sixth board, Zhongsheng Zheng won against Anis Muhammad. So he is joining the leaders now. And on the board 8, we have Huawen Xiu continuing with the 100% result.
Yeah, 3 out of 3.
We have the first 2 boards still going on, and they look.
Probably we'll have draws
We
in
have
both
draws,
games, yeah?
probably. But Denis Lazavic is in a rook endgame now with 1 extra pawn.
All right.
But it's not easy to convert.
Yeah.
But never say never.
Yeah, he's up a pawn, and okay, it's not easy to make a draw. So still some good chances.
Some good chances, but we have a lot of results basically already. And we have a lot of draws today in the leaders boards. We have...
yeah, so what do we have?
Also Jimmy Jubin against Felix Key. He won the game on board number 12. So...
He's also joining the leaders group, 3 out of 3.
Leaders group with 100% result. And we have actually a lot of draws. Tomorrow everything already warmed up, we can say, yes?
Yeah. And what did your favorite player?
Bodana,
yeah.
Bodana
She's
is still
playing with white pieces. Okay, the position is, I mean, at least equal material. And black is slightly better thanks to bishop's pair.
Yes.
But, yeah.
I offered to check another game on board 62.
Yeah.
With the white pieces is playing Mazen Fandi against Dingra Aditya. And Mazen, he's only 11 years old.
Yes, he's a prodigy from Syria.
From Syria.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a pawn up. He's pawn up. I know the position are equal. Sorry, the pawns are equal. I thought the... okay, so what do we have here? Okay, equal position. But anyway, amazing, yeah? Amazing.
Fantastic. I mean, at this age, with this showing so much result and
yeah, I remember him playing in Arab Championship last year. I mean, by his style, he plays very positionally, outplaying his more experienced opponents in the end game, just maneuvering. He likes this kind of chess. Just amazing.
Simply wow. So simply wow. We have so many young players that are already showing the first signs of being amazing players and maybe world champions someday.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So,
okay, I think we are most likely going to see draw on the first board very soon, and there is a big chance that we will see a draw on the second board also. What do you say? Shall we go and...
Yeah, so some conclusions of the round. Okay, we have some draws on the leaders group. Anyway, we have players with 3 out of 3. They will play each other tomorrow. So it was a fighting game, and of course the biggest result, the sensation, or the wow, I would say, of the day is of course win of Roda Alserkal with black pieces against international master Mohamed Tissir. This is amazing. Congratulations to all of us, coaches, organizers, club. Abu Dhabi club is just amazing day. And
It is.
tomorrow is round 4 here in St. Regis Hotel in Abu Dhabi. Stay with us. Thank you for being with us today, and we'll see you back tomorrow.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, viewers, and see you tomorrow for the 4th round of the 31st Abu Dhabi Chess Festival.